love that intro.
I know that's why I changed it. You told me you loved it,
I
so I
love
changed
that
that.
intro.
I like that one. Thank you, Red. You know who did that for me, right?
Hmm. I remember when you got it.
Yep. Hi guys, it's us. It's us with the mods tonight. Oh, wait a minute. I've been getting messages, and I'm gonna turn my phone off because not off, but I'm gonna remove it because I don't want to see all this shit. But anyway, I'm live. We're live. We're gonna do before the 90 days. And Danny, what did you do today? I know you did a live. You said you went live at 3.
Yeah, I went live at 3. I had a doctor's appointment. I had my granddaughter stay the night. So this morning I had her. Then I went to the doctor, got there an hour early. But I got good news. I got off the steroids. So I am.
Really? So what did they say about your eye?
They said my eye is actually doing great. So he wants to take me off of the oral steroids and just do the eye drops. So
Okay,
I am
so
on
no
eye
more
drops.
cortisone, prednisone, and all of that, right?
It's still
That was
prednisone eye drops, but not the oral. The oral is a
not
lot on your
oral.
body. Hmm.
Hi, Virgie. Hi, Dorit. Hi, Susan. Hi, Tina. Hi, Gwen. Hi. There's a lot of people. You know what, Danny? I'm telling you. There's so
What?
much. There's so many people live right now.
That's
I
all
don't even
right.
know
That's
what
all
happened.
right. We
I be at
live.
work all day. I don't live on YouTube, but
Hmm.
that would be some shit has happened because it seems like everybody is live. So I'm gonna have to watch Clipper channels to catch up.
I have to catch the
Um,
aftermath.
yep, I called Danny. I left work at 3:30 today.
Yep.
Three
Yep.
thirty.
Yep.
Tomorrow's the
5:30 my
last day
time.
for school for Kayla, and she informed me that they get out at 12 o'clock, and she don't want to go to school. And I'm like, okay. But today, in case you guys missed the memo, we's free.
We free.
We's free, except for We's that's in still in Texas.
Hmm.
We's free. Today it's Juneteenth.
Texas. Texas got there a couple of months later, but
But we's free today.
it's free.
We's
And if
free.
people could wonder why you worry about they sign something that say we all free, and then we free some more later, and then some more later. I thought we was all free. So
Hi, Michelle. We's free. And Dorit, I gave Kayla that thing you sent to me. I sent you a message when I got home. And at first she said the lights were too bright. But I said, nope, we're going. So we just got to see what day we're going to go. But we're going to go. And I'll let you know probably Friday when I see you. But yeah, we're definitely going to go. Definitely going to go. Okay, so Lord Amanda, we're gonna start with Amanda.
okay.
Amanda is a lion. You know what? I need to tag Amanda. Amanda is a lying piece of shit. So I want you guys to hear this for yourselves. Hi, Crystal. So you guys know that when I'm telling you this, I'm not pulling no
Making it up.
wool over your eyes or anything else. So
Right.
let me just go back and I want you to hear it for yourselves. What's the temperature in Bucharest, Romania?
It's 60 degrees in Bucharest right now.
60 right now. Okay. What's the temperature in Bucharest, Romania, December and January?
According to WeatherSpark, daily high temperatures decreased by 6 degrees Fahrenheit, from 43 degrees Fahrenheit to 37 degrees Fahrenheit, rarely falling below 25 degrees Fahrenheit or exceeding 54 degrees Fahrenheit. Daily low temperatures decreased by 6 degrees Fahrenheit, from 31 degrees Fahrenheit to 25 degrees Fahrenheit.
There is no freaking way they filmed. Hi, Drea. Hi, Crystal. There is no way she filmed end of December to January 23rd. First of all, you're walking around with short sleeves on. There's no snow nowhere. She's a lying piece of shit. Then one of my followers sent me this, and I went to Reddit to try to find it. And when I say Reddit, I'm at 90 days. Okay. Hold on, let me get to my IG. She sent me a timeline for her. And let's see. So 1996, 1976, Jason is born. 1991, Amanda is born. 1996, Razvan is born. 2010, Jason and Amanda meet. 2014, Jason and Amanda get married. 2019, Amanda mom passes away. July 2021, Jason starts feeling sick. No diagnosis made. October 21st, friend of Razvan's claims this is when he and Amanda started talking, but it's unfounded. Okay. March 9th, 2022, Jason is diagnosed with stage 4 ambulatory cancer. March 19th, Jason passes away. April 9th, 4 months before August 9th phone call with Amanda's kids. That's when they really talked. It was April 9th, not August 9th, April 9th. April 10th, Amanda's sister passes away.
Wow.
May 4th, 2022, Razvan makes a tribute on his TikTok to Amanda. July 2022, Amanda claims this is when Amanda and Razvan started being flirtatious. Lie. Early August 2022, Amanda is in Romania. August 9th, 2022, Amanda shows a call ending with her sons. Uh, that's when she was in Romania. December 22, 2023, Amanda claims this is when filming happened. Amanda, you a damn lie. Hi, Rhodey.
Yeah, it was obvious from the beginning that she was talking to this man while her husband was alive. What does that mean? While he was dying or before? I don't know, but it's obvious how fast she's moving that it is. You were talking to him before then.
Wait a minute. What's going on with Drea? Sounds good. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on? Drea, what's going on? What's going on? I saw the picture of her little man too. Oh my God, he's so handsome. Well, both of the men are handsome. 2 hour Zoom call. Wore me out. Was supposed to be an hour. Yeah. Danielle knew I was in meetings all day, all day.
Hmm.
Um, she's a liar. So she's sucking out on his neck. She gives him a fucking hickey. Okay.
Hmm.
That is so, what is
Like
that?
they're 16.
What
Hmm.
is that? 80s, 70s, late 80s,
Like that is so played out.
played out. So,
Hmm.
but she didn't want to have sex with him.
Hmm.
Then they're getting ready to go out. He's taking her to Old Town, and her son's on the phone, and he asks to speak to Razvan, and he goes, Dada died. This
Hmm.
has her really, really upset. But the fact that the little boy asked about what bedroom he wanted to see the bedroom, that didn't upset you. But he
And that
said that
was so
Dada
weird.
died.
I don't know why
Um,
her kid's obsessed with seeing this man's bed.
yeah.
But what was weird to me was is that it seemed like all the thinking she was doing, she should have did before her trip.
Thank
Like
you.
you should have been thinking like, this is too early to leave these kids. You know what I
Thank
mean? And
you.
they're kids, so they're gonna process it in stages. It's like it's not real to them. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I'm just like, and then he has no like,
He
I mean,
don't want
I'd
to be
be mad if
stepdaddy.
you leave, but
Yeah.
if you had to, I'd understand. I'm like, what? Girl.
Now, didn't she tell her sister? Now, I don't know if that's the sister that died or not. I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know because can't be that sister because she was filming during the
She was
summer.
filming, but that's
Yeah.
still two big losses, and you ready to jump in a
Yep.
relationship?
So let me get this right. You said you wanted, hopefully, before you left Romania, you would be engaged. You're at the table having drinks, but he's a model. I don't know if you guys notice his hands, but his nails are jacked up. His cuticles are jacked up. You take care of everything but your hands, but you're a model. Got you.
He
Okay,
lying.
and you're an actor. Got you. Okay, so um, he says, I got something to ask you. She goes, no. Now, he wanted a ring. He offered her a fucking key. That
Hmm.
sounds like Dorsey and Tom when he offered.
When he did that big scene to give her a key, and I was like, "Is that a skeleton key?" Because we gave that key. I was like, "Is that the key to his door for real, or is that an example of I'm giving you the key to my door?"
Oh, yeah, she sleeps with him in the bed. I was like, Okay, so I see a sofa there. You could have slept on the sofa, or he could have slept on the sofa and gave you his bed with his little bitty tidy whitey underwear with no damn print. Hi, crazy cat mama.
Ain't crazy.
I'm just
That
like,
was
okay.
that was
So I'm just looking at this. And then he says that, he put in for a tourist visa
mm-hmm.
so he can be there right after she leaves.
Right.
She starts crying. It's too soon. He doesn't understand, bitch. It ain't too soon for you to leave and go visit
Go
him
across the
when
country,
your
the
husband.
world. Mhm.
Yeah, when your husband died, it ain't too soon for you to go leave him. It's not too soon for you to sleep in his bed, suck on his neck, kissing
Mhm.
him all in the street. Your husband just passed away. Remind you of that. You got two little kids that supposedly your family went to stay with them in Eunice, Louisiana, so they wouldn't disrupt
Life.
their daily routine.
Mhm.
But the man said he's coming, and now, how do you expect to get engaged, but you don't know if it's going to work out? So you don't want him to come there. That doesn't mean he has to stay with you. He
It
can stay
doesn't,
someplace
but
else.
obviously the plans was for him to come stay with her. But it does make sense. Like, why would you be bringing another man into these kids' lives? And then you saying, like I said, she's saying all the stuff that she should have been thinking about before she took that
Yes.
cross the world trip. And that
Yep.
is that, hey, when I come back, it'll be too soon for you to even be just coming to the house. And you know what I mean? Me putting you in with my kids, I don't know if we gonna work. Why?
But she
I was like,
flew her ass over there expecting to get engaged.
once again, because she want to insta family. She want
The
to insta
question
family.
is,
But she didn't think about them kids she got and that they got
nope.
opinions and thoughts too.
Does she know he was married before? That is the question.
I don't think so because she's not asking any
She's not
questions.
asking those
She's
questions.
not. She's not. Like I said, because you didn't ask him, is he really ready to be a family? Because he's really not. He's
Well,
not.
she did ask him before she left. She says, and he says, I can never take their place of their father, but he likes talking to him, but you're playing with her kids and you have no shirt on while you're online, but you want to
Mm,
be their friend. He don't
their
want
friend.
that.
Their friend.
Yeah, he wants to be their friend. He
You're
doesn't
ready
want
to
that
come all the way to
responsibility.
America and think about moving there to be friends? That's just a lot for friends.
That's a lot.
I think people need to know what the boundaries of friends are. I mean, even if you're single, there's a
Is it
boundary with
friends with benefits?
friends.
Look,
Yeah.
look,
Right. Are we
is it a
friends with
booty
benefits? Because
call?
if we are just friends with benefits, my kids are definitely not talking to you like that.
Yeah, is it a booty call when, hi,
Mm,
Muggsy Siegel, how are you? Is it
leave
a
that.
booty call when you just come over when I need some and there's no, or I come to you because you're not coming around my kids. I'm going to come to
Right.
you, hit it, quit it, and I'm going to go back to my house. Or are we going to date while you're in the States, while you stay someplace else so my kids
And
can
then
get
I'll
to know
introduce you
you?
to my children after a couple of days here in the States.
Yep. You
Because
won't
once
meet my
again,
kids
when
until
he
I
comes
know.
to this, when he comes to the States, he's gonna be a different person because this is a different world from where he come from.
Yep. 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 You ain't coming to my place. We're gonna
Mhm.
do a booty call. I got young kids at my house, so I'm coming to see you. And it ain't gonna be an all-night thing. I'm not spending no night. We're gonna hit it, quit it. We may get it a second round, it depends on how you get it up. But
But
then I'm
I'm
going
definitely,
home.
I'm definitely not coming around my kids. Like some of the stuff people do is like, okay. I mean,
Oh
and
yeah.
people let people in their kids' lives all the time. Why is your kids in everybody's life?
But yeah, so she's a big fat liar. I feel nothing for her.
I don't.
And your fake tears are probably going, people are going to realize that I came here 4 months after my husband, well, really May or June, because right now it's 60. So I'm thinking she was there in August because it got a little warmer. She wasn't there around that time. That's bullshit. So yeah, she wants to go home before the
Because
three
she want
weeks.
to take time so it could be further apart from when her husband died.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
like I
her,
said, if he's posting about you in May on his Instagram, you know what I mean? You
he
posting your
dedicated a
son's
TikTok.
phone
No,
calls.
he dedicated a TikTok to her in May.
Right. That's what
So,
I'm saying. So y'all
oh,
were doing something before May because he just, and that's what people don't realize. What make people be like, that don't seem like friends.
nope.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you just be like, this is not how we talk with a friend.
I don't talk to my friends like that. If
Not
you're
at
my friend, you're my friend. My ex is my friend. We don't talk about shit like that. We're just friends. And we
all.
were together for 10 years. So we're friends now.
Mhm,
Friends.
mhm,
Just friends.
mhm,
When I went to what did I went to East Texas when they offered me that job down there. And I went there. We got a room because he drove me because I was in the boonies. And he was in his bed, I was in my bed. We
mhm.
laughed, we talked. Good night.
Good night.
Look,
Good
you in
night.
that bed, I'm in this bed.
Good night.
Good
Mm-hmm.
night.
Gotta have boundaries. I
Yep. Good
gotta have
night.
boundaries.
So no, that's not a friend, but big ass liar. I just don't like it. I
Yeah.
don't like the whole storyline shit. And the husband, so you want to make it seem like it's something else. You are a lying piece of shit. And if you're lying like this on national freaking TV, your kids are going to get older. They
And see
will
it.
see this shit. So
Mm-hmm.
you ought to be ashamed of your damn self.
Mm. And right now, like no one can tell you all how to grieve, and I won't. But
Nope.
right now, you should just be being there for them. They are young.
But she
And this is
wasn't
one of
thinking
those
about
things
them.
that could change them forever. Like you really need to be patient. Like with yourself too. You don't need to be jumping in a relationship.
Nope.
Like you
You
need
don't.
to heal or try to or start to or something.
Oh,
But yeah, like I said with her, I'm like, this girl is.
speaking of jumping into another relationship,
Mm,
bam!
please. Girl,
Usman,
I've been trying to watch his soap opera, but it is so. Oh
Usman,
gosh, yeah.
Usman has done it again. Usher, Usher, look,
Well,
Usher
next
has
to his
done it again.
last few, this chick is a model. I mean,
This is a model.
this chick is a dime. She's a
He
20
said
piece. Like, oh my
he
God, next to what he's picking.
he posted her on his Instagram. He said, "This one is for me. This is it. I'm off the market." Hi, Christoph. Friend,
He off the market.
always. How are you? Usman said, "This is it, baby. She's slim. She pretty. She's got she got a waistline. She don't, girl, he done hit the jackpot. He done went through
Mhm.
all them seasons and he done finally found one that he can say, this is mine. I
He finally found one around his age too. That's
don't
what
know
it's
if she's
looking like.
American or not, but he's in Britain. That's where he's
Mhm.
at. So,
Yeah, we can
so
see the
she must
flags
be
behind him.
British. Or
Hmm.
either he met her. Okay, she's in the UK. That's where he's at right now.
Hmm.
Yep. He's in the UK or Britain, or London. He's somewhere, but maybe they met there because he can travel there. He don't need to
It's
have all that
nowhere from
stuff.
him. Hmm.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
no,
So
people from Africa move over to England,
yep,
Britain,
that's where
London,
he's at.
China.
He said this one. He said, "I'm off the market." That's what he said. I'm off the market. I
Mm.
am taken. I said, "Well, thank God," because I nobody. I'm sitting there, and then Kim. I saw a preview of her on Pillow Talk, and she's up there with her son with his fine ass Jamal. So damn fine. It's sad. Oh, he fine, but okay. Anyway, she said I should have ran from Usman, but no, you kept running your ass back over there. You kept running your ass, you'll knock me
She didn't
flat.
want to run.
Nope, your slew foot knock with me stop. But you kept running your lead ass over there for that
Hmm.
little Twinkie weenie that he has, and know damn well he was never gonna be with you. Okay. All right. There we go. You don't
Usman
have
been
enough
looking for the
money, enough
perfect
time.
ride.
Yeah.
And
So
that's
this is
why on the other side, even though it goes to YouTube and that, on the other side, that's why it was easy for him to talk to
I
Nikki.
can't stand that bastard either. I can't stand him.
Yeah. That's
Never
what
did like him.
he the reason with Nikki, the reason why I started watching Night and Day, because I was so over that everything and it just changed the game. So I'm back in it. But yeah, like I said, Usman was just looking for a come up. Usman been looking for a certain kind of chick, and he finally got it.
Yep, he was looking for it.
Hmm.
I don't know if he's with Veronica or not. I don't know if they were doing that as a publicity stunt or not, because he is too freaking young for Veronica.
Too
But
young.
then after Tim, who knows? Because Tim, let me stop. Let me stop.
Careful, I
He
say so.
interjected himself into my tweets. Laser ball.
Yeah. Hmm.
But I just wanted to say that about Amanda. I had to start with her. Amanda, you a lying bitch. You're a lying bitch. I'm not going to attack you. I'm not going to attack you being a
Hmm.
mother.
But
What
I'm
I'm
not
attacking
buying your
you
story,
is
girl.
you try to insult our intelligence. When
Hmm.
I saw her, when she said she was in Ohio, I'm like, wait a minute. And then she put that, if she would have never put that fucking post out there about filming in December and January,
Nobody will be questioning it. Uh-huh.
again, when you put shit out in the public, people are going to commentate on it.
Hmm.
Okay. So when I saw that, I'm like, wait a minute. I know damn well it was bad in Ohio. Um, then you went to the park with your kids and the grass is green. I know
Hmm.
damn well the weather in Romania is horrible that time of year.
But
So
not for y'all, because you walking down the street in shorts and
yeah,
yeah,
so they
yeah.
must be on a set. Look, they must be on a
Right, they
set.
must be the 90-day set, and
Yeah,
it's
they're on a
90
90-day
degrees on
set.
it.
Uh, you feel, wait a minute. Why do you feel sad for Amanda? Why? She's lying.
Mm-mm. I feel sad for her kids because they lost their dad. I don't know how they worked
Yeah,
their auntie because until now I didn't even know her sister passed. But they lost the auntie, and then
girl,
they mama
girl, they
is
come and
going
say
out of
this
town,
man is
out of the
not dead.
country, and
Girl, if
her
we
kids are
find out this
young.
man is not dead, I'm gonna be so mad. But I believe he died. But if I find out this man is not
Mm-hmm.
dead,
Mm-hmm. And that was just
well,
part of
no,
your
I
drama
believe he's
story.
passed away. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because you can see from the videos they were showing of him, and you can see how he got really sickly in the face. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna believe. Wait a minute. I think she's a very bad she's in a yeah, she's in a bad mental
She's in a
place.
bad, and she needs to stop and help herself. I said that first
Yes,
episode and second. I said
because
that. I mean, but past that, what she's doing to them kids is gonna have them in bad mental space in 12
okay,
years and 15 years,
okay.
because that's what we got to think about.
Let's just say she did start talking to him 4 months after. Let's just
Hmm.
say that.
Hmm.
She still didn't give herself, well, like Danny said, you can't tell people how to grieve. But
Hmm.
did you put your kids in counseling? Did you go to counseling? Because this was like in the span of 10 days, this man was gone.
Hmm. And that's why you're out there now regretting because you gave yourself no time to heal and you just been reacting. I like him. He's giving me attention. I don't want to be
Yep.
alone. I lost my man suddenly. Whatever it is, you loving that attention, but you're not thinking about the outcome. And that's why you sitting there and your son on the phone like, Dada, my Dada is gone, and you thrown because he's showing feeling because they're children. They don't show it instantly. It's stages with them.
Yep.
So they might seem fine, you like they acting normal, and then one day, true story. A friend of mine, when she was 18 years old, her mother never woke up. They went to Kitty Land the night before. Her mother, and her 4-year-old brother. And then she sat and talked with her mama until midnight. The next morning, her mother didn't get up for work. She went in the room and told her mother, like, "Hey, it's time to get up." Her mother had a massive heart attack and passed away in her bed. So when her mom passed, she still stayed in the same house. She asked me, I was 16 years old, would I come and stay with her for a little while because it was just hard being in there. Man, I tell you, in the first weeks, every day I was waiting for her little brother to break, but he just seemed normal. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? He was just still as normal, about to be 5-year-old kid. He was just regular. And 7 months, y'all, after his mother died, one night we went to sleep and we fell asleep on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
And his sister was at work. And me and him, we fell asleep and they had this long, like, sectional. We fell asleep on the couch. I woke up because I heard glass shatter. And I said, "What is that?" And he was sitting in the kitchen, this 5-year-old child, throwing dishes. I was like, "Wait, what is going on?" So I came in and I said, I don't want to say his name, I almost said his name. "What is going on? What's wrong? What's wrong? You got to stop. Are you sleepwalking?" Because I thought he was sleepwalking or something, even though he's 5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "What is going on?" And he turned around and he stopped and he stared at me. And then he just said, "Danny, I want my mommy to come home." because it hit him. She wasn't back yet. Been 7 months. So even though they had kept telling her she's gone, she's in heaven, she's with this person and that person, he didn't get it. And now this young man, this young man is just about 30. He's grown now. He's grown. He's over 30. When I think about it, he's a grown man. But I know a few years ago, last time I saw him was about 4 years ago, and he was sitting there saying he loved his mom so much, but he don't know her. Like he has no memory of her whatsoever. And so it's like, he knows he loves his mom, but he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know his mom. And then once again, because the people around him were so hurt, they wouldn't talk about her like that with him. So, like I
Hi,
said,
Legs.
later on is what you see the effects of people with that. He was
Oh,
4.
okay, can I ask you a question? Do you think there's a correlation between him asking to see his bedroom and then telling him his dada is? I think so.
I do. I do.
I think, and I hate when people call kids junior. I really do. My brother's a junior, and I swear, if you call him junior, he would have a fit even at a young age. Hi, Legs. How are you? Oh my God. So it's just, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I love
just
this a
think
lot.
he made a really bad decision by going on this show and putting this shit out there,
Hmm.
because you made yourself look like a whole ass, like, well, didn't make, you are a whole ass liar,
Hmm.
and
And then
you're
you only
insulting
lying to
our
cover up something.
intelligence when you
Mhm.
put that shit up there about filming was in late December, early January. Girl, stop.
Hmm. And the
Just
truth
stop.
is, here's the truth: if you got up with him 4 months or 4 days after him, I mean, it really don't matter because it's gonna be somebody who said it's too soon. But if you cool with it, be cool with it. You ain't got a lot of us to kick it.
Yep. So Legs lost her son, and she's saying that that she talks to they talk to her grandson about her son all the time.
Hmm.
Yep, she lost her son. I was just like, hi, Wendy Lou, how
You have
are
to do that,
you?
Legs. You
I'm
have to.
just, I'm just like, this is sad. And her sister. Now I don't know what sister passed. I need to go look into that. But the sister passed in what, March? She lost her
Right after the husband, the May.
husband.
In
Let me
May.
make.
I thought it was May.
I'm gonna go back and look. The sister passed in April. Jason passed March 19th. Amanda's sister passes away April 10th. Amanda's mom died in 2019. So that's a lot of death
That's a lot
in
of death
such a
back and
short
close
span of
people to you.
time.
Your husband, your mother, and your sibling. That's
Yep,
a lot of death.
in a
That's a
short
lot of
span
death.
of time. And then I forgot this part. Uh, Oh yeah, the first episode. That, well, yeah, we did talk about the first episode when she said she goes there. Hopefully, he'll propose.
Hmm.
So, but now it's coming to a reality. He wants to come, and you want him to wait a year. He doesn't want to wait a year. He wants to come right after you leave, and now you're crying.
Hmm.
Oh,
Because she
oh,
needs to go.
sweetie. Yeah, that's way too much death. That is just ridiculous. But I'm just like, okay, she never gave herself a chance to heal or do anything. I don't know if she's ever had a job because he took care of them and everything else. She's just bouncing from one dependency to the other. This man was how much older than she was, because she was born in, oh shit. She was born, let me see, he was born in 1976. She was born in 91. That's an age gap. That's an age gap. So you're looking for someone to take care of you. But how are you going to get this man to take care of you and your kids when he has no damn job? Hi, Sassy Susie, speak. I hope mom is doing okay.
Hmm.
Oh, Susie, you need to watch. Amanda is just lying through her teeth.
Hmm.
She's lying, Susie. She is lying. Um,
And then with her dating a guy, 15 years older than her, um, uh, I'm sure, and like I said, they do just said in that timeline that really a year before he was diagnosed, he started taking ill. And the fact
mhm.
that when he went in, he was in stage 4. I know that illness was hard because his body went through all the stages before he even went in for a checkup, and he was
Yep.
at the end.
He
So
was
I
at the
know that
end.
that year of him being sick was a lot of stuff going on. So there had to be days he was out. I can't believe y'all was sleeping together. I can't believe none of that was going on. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because he was sick and very
He
sick.
was sick. I think
And
she was
so,
talking to him. I'm believing she was talking to him before he passed away. You
yeah,
know,
because I'm
he's
believing that they last year he was sick. He was pretty much out, but he wasn't going to the hospital like people
yeah.
need to when their body is saying that I can't take it. So I think she probably was. And think about like Nene Leakes. Now, even though Nene and Greg had an open relationship, some people during that stress. That's why they tell people. Do you ever heard of people having grievance relations?
Yep.
Because
You
they
remember she
grieving and
actually
they,
wanted
they
to
end up sleeping with
divorce
people they
him.
would never mess with. Yeah.
Remember she wanted to divorce him when he
Mm-hmm.
was going through all of that because she said that
Exactly.
medicine changed him and it was a lot on her. But what I did notice is on Father's Day, she posted the nicest pictures of Greg.
That's good.
He looked healthy. She posted pictures of Greg. So she did say that was her first love.
I believe it. Mm-hmm.
And she posted the nicest pictures of Greg. But when I heard when she said that she was thinking about divorcing Greg, I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute. This man is going through chemo and radiation. Wait a minute. But then you had to listen to what she was saying in it was the fact that his attitude, his temperament, it was hard on her being a caregiver, but I
All
was
the
trying to
stress of being
equate
a
it to her
caregiver.
having her surgery when she had the breast, but that's totally different.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to recover. This man is doctor's appointments. You're doing this, and then he's feeling worthless or useless, and he's taking out
Mm-hmm.
his frustrations on you, and you even on the show he would talk down to her sometimes, and he had never done that before. So I understand that, but still, just to come out and say it, I think I was shocked.
Mm-hmm.
When she said she thought about divorcing him. I'm like, what?
And
And
that's what I think about Amanda. Like, if you talk to anyone who has cared for someone to the end, especially to the end, we're not
mhm,
talking about carrying them back to health because I've done both. But if you've ever cared for somebody to the end, there are moments sometimes when you feel bad about being overwhelmed, when you feel bad about the fact that you're mad your life is completely standing still, because sometimes you have those emotions. So if she out on the line, because you ever know when you're in a low space, them bad people come and get you. They
yep.
find you. They see that attention you looking for. And yeah,
But I
she's
just,
looking
yeah.
for love.
So I don't know if she's going to make it to the end of the season or not, but I don't think she stayed on that show too long. I think it got to be a
Too
little
much.
bit too much for her. I really do.
That's a lot. She's
Yep.
been through a lot.
Now, now we got this religious nut. Now, I'm Catholic. Please don't get me wrong here. I'm Catholic. When she was telling me about the two sons, her name is Misha.
Hmm.
When she was telling me about the soup, she was vacuuming her floor and she
Hmm.
looked out and there were two big suns, and it just compelled her. And she had to go read Revelations from beginning to end. Now, my question was, what made you pick Revelations?
Right, you went straight to the end of the Bible. Now
You
they
went straight
say,
to the end of the Bible.
well, they tell you if you want to know what happens at the end, go to the end and it says we win.
Yeah.
They
When
say
she
at the
said
end
that,
of Revelations, they say we win. The
I'm
people,
like, of all the books,
the believers.
all you go to Revelations.
She
I
said
said,
she had to read
girl.
that
And
Revelations.
she read the whole thing to the last paragraph. How mama's the boss? I was like, okay, I'm done. And then she's in church. Girl, stop. Well, before she tells about the revelation, well, I guess she would go to Revelation. You got two cute sons. Shut the fuck up.
Hmm.
So she's
Right.
in church.
Hmm.
Now, we go. She was so dramatic with it. I'm like, what fucking church are you at? What church are you at? Because Father played. I was like, oh my God, is she kidding me? I said, and you go to church? Okay, got you. So, and she is the director
Hmm.
of pastoral care,
Hmm.
which means she helps people in the last stages of their life.
Mm-hmm.
So I was confused. Is it the older people in the church that's praying, or it's the people that's in hospice care that you're helping? Because I'm kind of confused. So she's saying because they're in their 70s and 80s, they're in the last stage, or is she saying that, because you don't know what stage of life you're in. You can die when you're 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 16, 17.
Mm-hmm.
Are you taking care of hospice people? And then, she said that she was, let me get this right. She was married. She fell in love with an exchange student
Mm-hmm.
was from Sweden. She moved to Sweden. They had two beautiful daughters, uh, Mira and Siva, whatever the damn. One's 19, one's 17.
Uh-huh.
And, she got divorced, and then she was the party girl.
Mm-hmm.
She was a bar. I'm like, so wait a minute. When you are partying every day, where were your damn daughters at?
Because they weren't at the bar.
They weren't at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Where were your daughters at? And I was sitting there listening to this, and I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. She said she found this newfound freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And you were in the bar and I was like, uh-huh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what were your daughters? So then when the sons were suspended,
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if somebody was in the neighborhood, had a string, and just decided to drop two big things in front of you.
I don't know what happened with her. At first, I was like, okay, a few years back when we had the solar eclipse or whatever,
Yeah.
when it was big, I literally looked at the sun different that day. I was like, oh my God, I finally figured it out. The sun is the God. Because without the sun, we all shall perish.
Yeah. I
When the
have the
sun
solar
is out,
eclipse on my
everybody's
phone
happy. Hmm.
because we
And
have
I
the
found a new
special
love, but
watches
she
for
found a
them.
whole new love for the sun.
Whole new love. And that led her to, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Let me tell you, Nicola. Nicola. That led
Mm-hmm.
her to Nicola. Now, Nicola, 46 years old, he lives in
Mm-hmm.
Israel, lives with his
Mm-hmm.
parents with his mother,
Mm-hmm.
because it's their tradition in Galilee
Yeah.
that Galilee, that you
Mm-hmm.
live with your parents until you're married. He hasn't touched a woman in 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
They've been talking for 7 years, and
Mm-hmm.
Nicola stays in his room and don't have a job, and he fishes. He's a virgin. What you got to say, Danielle?
Mm-hmm. The first thing when he first said he didn't touch a girl for 16 years, and then he said he's a virgin, I said, wait, is he born again virgin, or is he a virgin? So I guess when he touched, I guess he meant he went to first base, second base. I guess that's
Just
what he was
kissed. He only kissed a woman 16
trying. Okay.
years ago.
So
He's a
yeah, and
virgin.
but one thing, like when you it was that Orthodox is a Jewish. What is it called?
Orthodox.
It's
What?
Orthodox and Catholic too. But I
Yep.
know that when you like that, it's strong. I mean, it is like you said, it's almost like no, you're not laying down with everybody. You're not going, you know what I mean? You're not doing it. So
Okay.
he comes from a strict background.
But
Like,
it's not his mother and his father. It's his grand. Wait a minute. This is the part I don't get. He said his grandmother was a nun.
yeah,
What?
yeah.
What?
How'd your grandma a nun?
How your grandma a
That's
nun,
like saying my
Nicola?
grandma was a virgin.
Yes, your grandma. Now, no, she can't be
How?
a nun. A nun gives her life to Jesus. There's no sex, there's no marriage, there's no kids. So when you said that,
And
I'm
I
like,
thought
wait
you
a
couldn't
minute,
even be a nun if you had
huh?
been. I thought nuns were virgins too.
Yeah, yeah, nuns of her. When he said she was a nun, I'm like, huh? What?
I was
What?
lost on
Now,
that too.
you
I was
do
like, how's
have
his grandma
women
know?
that retire and give their life to Christ, but they're not called nuns. They're
Right.
not a nun.
But he said
I'm
his
like,
grandmother was a nun.
he said his
And a
grandma was a
nun
nun.
out there. Not a nun in the States. A nun out there. And I said,
It,
wait a minute.
it don't matter where you at, you a nun.
Right.
The nuns follow,
Well,
unless you got a
in
separate.
other countries, they'll really stick to the rules, though.
Oh, okay. Okay.
America, we will flip and flop it, honey. We make our own rules. We done decided something
Oh,
new.
yes. Okay, let's get to how she met him. Well, Nicola has this site where he's selling novellas.
Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
sorry, I can't. I can't. And he prays all the time. And his friend,
Mhm.
I can't. Wasm is his
Mhm.
is his Bible warrior. So one day he was on this site and he saw Misha and
Mhm.
he sent her a message and said, God has sent me to you. Now I'm gonna tell you again, God gives everybody free will. Just
Yep.
because he puts it there, don't mean you have to take it. It could be a test,
It could be a
but you
test.
have free will.
Mhm.
So they started back and forth. Then we learned that she's jealous or gets upset if he doesn't answer her calls when he's out fishing.
Mhm.
Then him and Watson were out there talking. Good, what they gonna do with them little ass fish he was catching? I'm just confused.
At first, I didn't even see it was fish on the line.
Look like little sardines.
That's why I said, "What did he just catch? Is that the bait or is that the fish?"
I thought he was catching bait, two
That's why I
fishes.
said it looked like the bait was still on it. Then I'm like, "Wait, it looks like he's taking that off." I said, "Is that a fish?" I'm like, "Danny, you getting blind? Or that's the tiniest fish I've ever seen in my life, girl." I thought it was just me.
No, but what got me was they're sitting out there, so they got the chairs. When
Mhm.
when they put the camera on Wasim, and he's
Mhm.
got the little cup with the glass. Wait, not a thermos. Wait a minute.
Mhm. Yeah. Mhm.
I'm like, wait
Mhm.
a minute. But they got fishing shoes because you see they got the little shoe things, like you wear the beach shoe. I was like, wait
Mhm.
a minute. Where did that cup come from? Is
Mhm.
there a tea set over there?
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, she
Um,
left the convent. So
mhm.
she was no longer a nun.
No, that's how she was his grandmama. That's what I said when he said. I said, "Wait, how's his grandma?"
An ex-friend of mine, daddy, is now a priest. What type of priest? A Catholic priest? An Episcopalian priest? Because they do have brothers that once they've been married or whatever, they change their life. They give, but they don't become priests. They become a brother. That's what I'm confused about. Unless I gotta call the Pope to see if the rules have changed. Hi, Chantel Gucci.
Hey, hey, hey.
Look, yeah, they were
I don't
making
think
fish.
nothing would be wrong with it, but I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not here, you know.
Yeah, because and now you have, I forgot what they call the nuns, that after they've been married or divorced and they decide to dedicate their life, uh, so they're sisters, but then they're not. I'm about to look at how, but they don't just. I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell?
Mhm.
No, his grandma was not no damn nun. I'm sorry. Maybe she was a nun and then left the church and got married, but they need to explain that to me. I need some explaining.
I told you I
I
was like,
I,
how's his
I need
grandma?
some explaining. I
But
was
all I
born
thought was maybe she
Catholic.
was a nun, she left, and then she married, fell in love. I don't know. Maybe she fell in love in the
I
church, and
don't know,
I don't know what grandma was doing, but I know she
but
wasn't in there being a nun, getting married, having children,
yeah.
because they
Then
married
when
to
he talked,
God, and I'm not even Catholic.
now Mama not gonna like her. First of all, she's divorced.
She
She's
has two children.
43. But he says that she's a born again virgin because she done turned her life over to Christ. That's fine.
That's fine.
Um, that's fine. But when you're talking to uh when she calls him and she tells him that she had an appointment with the archdiocese, so she had, and it's a process to get an annulment, and it depends on how they rule your first marriage.
Mm.
Now, if she got married in the Catholic Church, she's not getting no annulment.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Now, if she had a civil marriage, meaning that she got married, it could have been a big, but if she wasn't married in that church, I'm gonna see if she gets an annulment. But when she said those people get to decide my life, I'm like, wait a minute. You don't turn your life over to the Lord, but you came up there and said those people are gonna decide your life. You're on mute.
That's part of what she signed up for. Like, that's part of the process. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. When she was, and then she kept saying, like, I mean, what would we do after? It's a deal breaker if you don't get the divorce. Like, it. So you can kind of hear it in her that she knows they're not going to do it. And then I'm like, what are the terms of your
But
divorce?
she
Like,
said, yeah. So they said it depends on how they validate. So I'm serious because my aunt had to do the same thing, and she did it. And she was abused during her marriage, but she had to go between in front, make an appointment. She talked to the priest, then the priest got her appointment with there's a board that you go before at the art, and you state the reasons. Now, when my aunt told my mother that they asked her, was there something that she could have did differently in the marriage, they heard the words abuse. She had been abused for years, but they just overlooked that. Girl, when my mother heard that, my mother started cursing. I was like, yeah. I said, I wish I was older. I probably would have cursed them out too. But you go and
And
you
that's
fill out all
terrible
this.
that they ignore the word abuse. So what would be the reason
Yeah.
for that would be okay? Like what would be the justification? Because even in like Pentecostal and stuff, they don't believe in divorce. A lot of religions they don't believe in divorce. But
Catholics
then
don't
they'll have
believe
this
in
little
divorce
rule
either.
like, but they don't really mean that, because even when the mate person do that, they still be like, you could work this out.
Yep, the Catholics don't believe in divorce either. And but he did tell her that if they don't give her an annulment, even though they love each other, they're not having a civil wedding because that's a sin. Hi, Kimmy Love.
Wait, them having a civil wedding is a sin. Yeah, I'm like, oof, this is
Yep.
too much.
He was, because he was trained at the University Theology Department. He stayed with the nuns.
Mm,
I don't
mm.
remember the name. Oh my God, I want to know. But but she's complaining now because he's a virgin and she needs affection.
But he's not laying down with nobody till he married.
St. Francis of Assisi Catholic. Okay. St. Francis of Assisi, you got to pray to him when you're ill. You pray to St. Jude, you pray to St. Francis of Assisi. And I don't like that name, Assisi. I never did like that name. Never, 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 never liked that name.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then now this is what I like when she talked to her daughter, Mirva and Siva, whatever the damn names are.
They matched. Uh-huh.
Yeah, they match 19 and 17. So she said it'll be a good thing if they, that her mom has found someone that has her beliefs, but she doesn't think it's right to bring this man into the home because they don't want to be lectured. They don't want him to sit there. And they said even the few times they've talked, or like they've talked to him all over a minute,
All he talk is
I was
God.
praying for them. And she said that he's not a parent, so he shouldn't have a say in what they do in case they get a boyfriend. And they flat out was able to speak to their mother because they're old enough to tell her what they think. They don't think it'd be right to bring this man to live in their home, and they don't know him.
Mm-hmm.
And she's sitting there going, right, well, but I don't think that he would. No, honey, your daughters are telling you they're not having this shit.
I literally looked at what her daughters had on, and I thought, they look like normal teenagers, but I thought he's not going to have nothing to do with that kind of stuff. He's going to be trying to make them cover up. He's going to be, you know what I mean? And then it's going to cause a clash because they're 19 and 17, and here comes stranger danger.
Yep.
Changing everything about them.
Now, when a 19-year-old said that if they get boyfriends, I'm like, wait a minute, you're 19 and don't have a boyfriend?
She meant a new one.
Oh.
Because when she said, I said, girl, you 19, stop lying.
I'm going to look that up, Drea. Thank you. But I'm like, okay, they're telling you, they're able to speak on how they feel, unlike these other little kids that these women bring these men into their lives.
What church is in Milwaukee?
St. Francis of Assisi.
Okay, it's in Milwaukee. I'm like, which church?
Mm-hmm. They're all over, but like St. Joseph, St. Jude, St. Mary's. Yeah.
We got St. Mary out here and St. Mary Hospital.
I'm like, I'm serious. I went, where was I? In Maryland? And the church's name was Immaculate Conception. Now, I went to Star of the Sea in Virginia Beach. I'm like, what saint is that? The name of it is Star of the Sea. I have never heard of a saint with the name of, Star of the Sea. Never. You're on mute.
I don't know what's muted. I'm not even touching the screen.
Okay, Cranky Granny, that's right. You attend the Church of Everlasting Fulfillment, and I'm so proud to have you as a member of the new deacon board that I just put together. Welcome, sister. Welcome.
One of the best churches I've been to in the streets. But I forgot what I was about to say. The thing
I'm
kept
sorry.
no, the thing kept muting. It threw me off. Then like, why is it muting?
I'm Catholic too, Chantel. But yeah, so they're old enough to tell her how they
Mm-hmm.
feel. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
happy. And I hope, but to me, it was like this blank. Uh-huh. And she was trying to think of something. Well, I don't think he's gonna. No, he's gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna
But
try
then
to
in her
tell.
confessional, she said, "Well, I love him, but not like I
But
love them
yep,
girls. Yeah, not like I love them girls, and making them
yep, but
because it is gonna cause a conflict. They're gonna
it's
be
gonna cause a
rebelling
conflict.
against you.
And then he's telling her that when he gets there, the cat would not be on the bed.
No, and he meant that. He meant that cat won't be in the bed. I could tell by the way he kind of when she was like, "Yo, baby," he's like, "Not my baby."
So my thing is, he's 46, none of his own kids, and he was right. His mother is not going to approve of Misha at all. Not at all. His mother will not approve of Misha. She's not a virgin. She can't give him any kids, and
And she's been
she's an
divorced.
ex-party girl. And I don't give a shit if she done turned her life over or not. You were not a born again virgin, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not play. But that's
Mm-hmm.
what he had to say. She's born again.
Me too. Me and her
So,
both.
oh God. Okay. What else we got to say with this fake ass cat? I'm sorry, this fake ass religious shit that's going on right now. But him selling novellas on a website,
Yeah.
and
I don't see him coming back to the States to be with her and her daughter. Like I don't see that.
you
I see her going on
illegally.
a trip. I see her doing that. And I see her trying to have this conversation, like, like she going to America, like she's about to Americanize him.
Nah,
Because that's why
she's
she's
going
saying
to
she
go
just
there.
about as saved as him, and they different.
Okay, they've been talking for seven years.
Mm-hmm.
7 years. You're just now going. Okay, so that means her daughter was 10 and her other daughter was 9. I mean, was 9 and the other one was 7.
Right,
You
12
get
and, because they
no,
17 and they were,
they're 19 and 17, so they were 9 and 7.
oh,
She
yeah.
said
Mm-hmm.
her and her husband got divorced. And I think the oldest was 8, almost 9. So she's been talking. So when see, this is what I'm getting confused now because you said you had a career as an anchor person, a newscaster, whatever. You were doing all of this. The men that you dated, one guy actually had a helicopter to take you out on a date. Fuck, my son and his wife took a helicopter ride too. They ain't no big deal. They're not that damn expensive. The fuck you talking about? But they go all out. What the fuck is um Nicola gonna do for you? He ain't got no job, he ain't got no house, he ain't got no money. And he sits in his room. He's sitting up in his room.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, no. Like I said, not only there's nothing he gonna do for you, he's
I'm just
not gonna
like,
marry you because he's gonna listen to what his mom says, regardless.
wait a minute.
That's why
It's
he's
been
worried
15
about it.
years
So
for me.
he worried about his mom. You not gonna get a divorce. Your daughters don't want nothing to do with him, really, in
Girl,
reality.
Kimmy
It
Love
just
is
sounds
crazy.
like this is not gonna work.
Read Kimmy Love's comment. Please read Kimmy Love's comment.
It has been 15 years for me. I am not born Yeah, that's what I said. Am I born again? It ain't been 15. I salute. I salute. I salute. I
But you're
salute.
such a born again Christian. Why the
Mm-hmm.
fuck you still got them hoe dresses in that closet? Why you still got them hoe dresses in that closet with the boobie, shows the side boob? Why you still got them hoe dresses in your closet? That's all I want to know.
Because, like I said, she gonna
Because
try to
that's a whole
Americanize
always
her.
a
She giving the
whole.
Americanized version of being just like him. We still got a skank dress in the closet.
I'm
The
serious. If I
kids.
wasn't scared, I was gonna get struck. I would have played her in that church praying because I wanted to jump to that screen and slap that bitch. I'm like, is she auditioning for a fucking role here?
Yeah, I said, oh, they are just on here for the show because I don't see this working. Like
No,
nothing about it do I see it working.
she still got the whole dresses. And even when she was showing her daughter some of the clothes she was thinking about taking. Now, why are you taking a jean jacket? I don't know. But okay. Now that other flower, and I did like that flower print dress. The other one, skank. Okay.
All of them say you losing your
Jimmy,
virginity
you are
tonight.
fine.
V
She
card,
gonna try
take
to
it.
entice that man, but I want to know: does he get a hard on when the wind blows? Does he get hard?
Well, what
Seriously.
he probably does is just keep himself from temptation. Like for instance, I tell people all the time, I haven't done something in a couple of years. It don't mean I don't dwell on it. It's not what crosses my mind, but you know what I'm saying? It's not something I dislike. It's none of those things. It's just on my focus. It's just not on top of my list.
Sitting
And
up
I just
in
don't
my
want them
room.
problems. I don't want to mess with somebody who can't figure out. I just don't want to be bothered. I don't know. Hold on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do it, you gotta do it right. Because the first impression, look, the first impression is a lasting impression. If you can't get it right the first time, ain't no need to try it again. So anyway, let's see. Anything else y'all want to say about Misha? I love so yesterday Kimmy Lou did a live. And Kimmy Lou, I'm glad your battery died on your phone too, because I got up and went to the bathroom twice in that 15-20 minute span that you did. I was cracking up laughing so hard I was about to pee on myself. Kimmy Love did a live on her channel yesterday. She had her boobies, the fake boobs, they were all black, hanging way down, and she was swinging them around like this. She had a fake booty pad on. She was
Mhm.
climbing on a utility pole like she was pole dancing. Girl, it was a mess. Then she had put lipstick all up here. She,
What?
she
Yeah, a full mess.
Can somebody drop Kimmy Love's link in the
Yeah, I gotta
that
see
shit
that.
was so funny.
Because
I
once
was
you said the
I said,
lipstick,
I
I was
gotta
like,
go to the
wait,
bathroom
what?
and pee again. I said, girl. She was
Mhm.
climbing the utility pole. I said, she gonna get splinters all in her fake titties. I was weak.
Mhm. Yeah, I gotta check
She
that
did a
out.
good job. She made me laugh. I was like, oh, I can't with this woman. But so Gino and Jasmine. We're gonna just call it like it is, Gino. It ain't nothing about Jasmine fussing and the money she's spending. Your ass have erectile dysfunction. Okay,
It's just
that's what you're
family.
experiencing. Okay,
Mhm.
so
And that's why you being
Yolanda,
short with her.
yeah, because it's short in it. You got to go in the bathroom and change your hat. Uh, uh, let's
Girl, did
see.
he put on a baseball cap to go to bed?
Yes, because he doesn't want them to film him without his hat on.
Yeah,
So
that's what it is.
you
But it's
know,
like, come on, you
he
causing more
gets there.
attention to yourself by
He
wearing them
gets
hats.
there and they're she's showing him now it's a nice apartment, and she says, it's the super rich. These are my neighbors now, bitch. You're not super rich, okay?
Yeah, I
You're
didn't
living
get
on
rich
some
out that
hi
apartment.
Cree. You're living on somebody else's dime.
Uh huh. And I
Crazy
didn't
cat
get
mama
super
said
rich
my
off that crib.
slipped up. Um
But then she's
the
in another country, so maybe that was super rich. I don't know.
Well, no, because it built that own because they built their own island. And I was laughing my ass off. So, nice view. Her sister Liz is there, and he hugs Liz, and Liz turns like this, like, okay, I'm gonna tolerate you for 3 weeks because you're paying
Mhm.
for this. So,
Mhm.
okay, got you. So, like I said last week, it was a furnished apartment. So, so he gets there, and she goes, Gino, do you miss me? Do you want me? Now, this man's been flying all this goddamn time. He ain't
Mhm.
thinking of no damn
Mhm.
sex. It's like
Mhm.
your wedding night. You party
Mhm.
so hard at your wedding and your reception, you ain't thinking about
Sweet.
sex. That shit gonna get consummated the next goddamn
But
morning
that
or
right.
afternoon
Not
when you
tonight.
wake up. Not
Not
tonight.
tonight.
Not tonight.
Mm-mm.
No, we're not. Not
Nope.
tonight.
Not
This shit is
tonight.
closed. You be lucky if I get out the dress or just don't pass out or across the bed.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna wake up in the morning, take the dress out, jump in the shower, and act like
Yeah,
this. And now I'm acting. Now the freak came out.
yeah, look. Now I'm ready. Look, I'm ready
Now I'm
now.
ready.
Look,
Hmm.
ooh, baby, wait
But
a minute. The
Gino
room's
wouldn't have been
spinning.
ready if he was your husband, because he's
Yeah,
not.
look. Ooh, baby, wait a minute. The room's spinning. Let me just lay here for a
Yeah.
minute. Not yet.
Yeah. That
Not
night.
yet.
No. Even if
Not
something
yet.
happened, neither one of y'all remember that night. No.
Look, not yet. So I'm just like, yeah. So she says, when Gina hugs her sister, she goes, we're such a beautiful family. I'm like, bitch, you're not beautiful.
Right.
I need her to cut that fucking hair of hers. It just looks like it's a nest It looks like birds are gonna land in that bitch and just lay eggs. You need to style that shit on your head and the little wispy things you got here, bitch. That ain't cute. You look like you got white makeup while you're talking to him. Then you're in a confession, look like you got a spray tan. Jasmine, I'm gonna need you to get your coloring together.
I'm
Okay.
gonna need you to, Jet. I like, and stop worrying about Gino. Just worry about you, girl, because
Yeah, you look a
Gino's not that
holy
into
mess. You
you. Gino's never gonna give you that night of loving you want. I mean, she wanted so bad. She remind me of when old boy was down there. Was that in Australia? The
which
one who had the big eyes, and he ended up having a thyroid problem.
oh
And
yeah,
this
oh my
girl,
God. Right on the tip of my tongue. Nash.
I can't think of his name, but I could picture him. I could picture the
His name
how
is
she wanted
Nash.
it.
His name is Nash, and she was the one that did the weed infused food. And
Mm-hmm.
he had the ex-wife with the little boy. His
Mm-hmm.
name is Nash with the big eyes, and he found out he had a thyroid problem. He went to the
Mm-hmm.
doctor and got it taken care of. That's Nash.
But he didn't seem like he wanted to do nothing. He seemed that way too. Like these people, I can't.
We're
I
talking
can't.
about Tim. Tim went all the way to Colombia to meet
That's who
this
it
woman.
was. But it
Went,
just
went to Colombia to meet this woman. She's doing all of this, and he didn't do
she
anything
was throw. That's what it was. It was Tim. She was
it was
throw
Tim.
because he end up. He still does the pillow
Ash.
talk.
Thank you, Christoph Ash. I said Nash. Ash
Ash.
was the guy with the
Ash
big
was the
eyes
one from
in
with the
Australia.
buck eye. That's a
Yeah, but it
different one.
was
Yeah.
Tim that went to Colombia and didn't
And
do
she was
nothing.
throwing herself at him.
Yeah, all at herself. And she said,
Man, she was throwing it, and she was getting mad. He wasn't giving it back
he said that he had to get to know her better. Wait a minute,
before he
buy
could
her
do that
all
because he
this
used to
shit,
give
send her
himself
all
away
this
all
money.
the time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Tim, we got you. Okay. So I'm thinking. So she's sitting there and he's laying down. And when she wakes him up, when she's in the kitchen cooking. Now remember when before he went to sleep, he put the glasses on the nightstand. When she woke him up, the glasses were hanging off his shirt again. I said, this editing shit is
I didn't even
killing
pay
me.
attention to that.
I
I
pay
didn't even pay
attention.
attention. They
I
was
pay
hanging out his
attention.
shirt.
I pay attention.
That's how I knew he put them on the nightstand because I remember that.
Yep, he put him on a nightstand, and she goes, "Okay, you're gonna take it." And he, after he came up, So then she wakes him up, Gina, and then she goes, "Sit up." When he sat up, and I saw them glasses, I said, "What the fuck?"
He already been up. Everything but what you need to get up been up today, but him.
He had the
Not what
glasses
she
hanging
want.
on. So then he goes into the kitchen, and first of all, Gino, you're right. That butcher knife they had, that shit was so dull. I wouldn't peel a potato with a butcher knife. You have a paring knife, you have a peeler. Now she says that's what you get when you get a furnished apartment. No, you dumb bitch. You can go out and take some of Gino's money that you get your nails done with and get your booty tightened up with and go get a paring knife. You go get a peeler. You go get a cutting board. And if you're in that type of apartment, there's a sliding board. I have one. If you slide it out, it's built
That's
in.
your cutting board.
Okay, you got a cutting board. Okay, so Gina was sitting there. She's telling him, cut the potato. Now, you cutting one potato. You got frozen vegetarian meatballs or whatever meat, whatever.
Meatballs, yep.
You got beets. You're cutting a beet, a potato, and a carrot. What the fuck are we making?
I don't know, but those meatballs when she ate one looked just as undone as they did. They look just as undone as they did when she pulled them out. I said, wait, that was done.
Rory, I haven't seen you in a while. Yes, and them nasty ass shoes. Now, who's gonna let this motherfucker lay on their bed, even though he paying for it? That white comforter with them dirty
with
ass
them dusty
shoes. Get the hell out of here.
But I can't lie, he was being way too dramatic about the stuff, though. Like,
well, we already know what it is.
He's just looking for a fight so he go to bed and not have to
a fight. He wants her to sign that prenup. He sees what his money is going. He's upset about the way she's spending. Then he's looking at the fact that she's coming to Michigan. Girl, did you see that house when they showed it? I told you he still had that woman's kid stuff. The bunk beds there. Gino got boxes with shit. Gino's house looked like shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It
And now
did.
she wants to leave Columbia to
Mm-hmm.
come to Michigan. Are you
Mm-hmm.
freaking kidding me?
Mm-hmm. And nothing against Michigan, but honey, we can take
Ugh.
it.
Okay, the vegetarian meatballs. Thank you. Yeah, a
Okay.
butcher's knife.
Oh,
And a
that is.
girl
She
wanted
did say
that.
they were plant-based meatballs.
Plant-based meatballs. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, they're delicious. I'm gonna try some.
I'm sure they are. I'm just saying hers look like she hadn't cooked them. They look the same as they did when
Well,
she
she
put them
bought
out.
frozen. Okay,
Right, they
plant-based.
look frozen when she was
And
put.
then
You
she
go
had
to chew.
something else. I'm sitting there going, girl, why didn't you go get a paring knife and a peeler and a chop? But Gina was making excuses. He doesn't. His uncle told him about her bossing him around and belittling him.
Mm-hmm.
And the aunt or the aunt-in-law, whatever, said that you really need her to sign that prenup. She needs to sign it because she's going to come and she's draining him. And she said it's worth every dime. So when he brought up the money part, she wants to talk about sex. She
Yes,
tries to
that's all she.
control Gino with sex. Gino shit ain't getting up like that. So that ain't going to phase him.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing is like to her, she should be throwing the body so she could, get him in. But he's not. His body don't work like that. So
Yeah, and she was like, you see the mountains? No, look at the lanes. It's a nice view. I'm like, girl, stop. I don't have no bra. Really? We couldn't tell you to have no bra on. You don't have a bra on? Did you use your butt plugs yet? I just want to know, did you use the butt plugs yet?
she wants to.
Because you're doing everything in the world, but Gino's like me. Well, not like me because I have but if I'm pissed, you ain't getting shit here.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
And
But
instead of him
Gino was
talking,
making himself pissed. Like he
yep.
was looking for a problem. Gino was looking for a fight.
He's been had this problem. You
Mhm.
actually let her talk you into spending $3,000 for a fucking apartment for a month. And what if you don't get your visa in 30 days? That's another 3,000. He's been footing her bill. Where's her sons that she's supposed to be taking? Are the kids coming over too? Because one's
Maybe next
autistic.
episode they gonna come meet him. Maybe
Girl, stop.
they
Girl,
never come to
stop.
meet him. Just like he never gonna get it up.
He
That's not
forgot
gonna
his blue pill.
happen. Hmm. He is not. I
Girl,
don't know
stop.
why she wanted
Okay,
so
crazy
bad.
cat mama, get offline. Get offline. Get offline, crazy cat mama. You are banned. You are
When he
banned.
goes to your,
She
not when
said,
it's
you,
limp.
not when it's thank you. And if you and if you're playing with it and it's still ain't getting a little, we got a problem. Okay,
Right. If
we
it's
got
wrinkling
a
up like
problem.
Jabba the Hutt's neck, we got a problem.
Exactly. She over sexualizes that fucking show because she's
Hmm.
not that sexy. She's not pretty. I
Hmm.
like her better
Hmm.
when she was just natural, when she was out there exercising that day. What that other
But
season?
she's messing herself up.
Yeah,
She's doing like old
she's
girl that
trying to
was
do
a
another
coaching.
Larissa. She's
I
looking
said,
like
yep, oh, Larissa. I couldn't think of her name.
Larissa.
Yep, she
Yeah,
ruined herself. She made herself
she
very
just
unattractive.
yeah, I don't see anything. Gino could find better than that in Michigan. And I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
they got Colombians in Michigan that he can date because they got dating sites for everything. You like Colombian girls? My son said he was going to marry a woman from the Dominican Republic. He was going to go to the Dominican Republic. Guess what? He didn't have to. She was right there. And when he saw her, he called me. What he said, he goes, I found my future wife. He never, every other girl was his future ex-wife. He goes, I found my future wife. When she came back from vacation, I'm gonna tell you how I knew he was sweating. My son never sweats. He called me. He was nervous to even do the presentation to debrief them. I said, oh my God. My son is actually in love with a woman he doesn't even know. Come to find out, she had been eyeing him for a while too. I'm like, this is
Oh,
sad.
wow.
And then he calls me. He goes, guess where she's from? I said, where? He goes, the Dominican Republic. I said, there you go.
Just what you just
Yep.
what you know.
And my other son is married. His wife is she's Japanese. She's half Japanese, half black. I call her Blackanese. I do. She just laughs. Her dad's black, her mom's Japanese. But I just you never he don't have to go to Columbia. She's using him all over the place.
She
And
is.
he's stupid. And then she tries to use sex to control him.
Hmm.
But I think he's
But
getting
it don't
tired of
work
it.
because he doesn't get up like that, so that don't work.
Yeah, he's getting tired of it.
Hmm.
So what else did we think about uh Gino and Jasmine?
I just thought that, like I told you before, Jasmine is about to get herself ready for somebody else because she is horny as a toad.
She gonna
I
get
don't.
into
I think.
what's his name?
Huh?
Jason, Nathan, Brian. What's the guy's
Yeah, like I
name?
said, she getting ready to go to somebody else.
Girl, I'm telling you, Jasmine
She
been
might have
giving it
been
to
there.
somebody else anyway. When she went to that doctor and said she wanted to tighten her, you know what I
She
mean?
did say that when she got her vaginal rejuvenation.
Yep. And guess who paid for that? Gino probably,
Gino,
but I don't
he
think
paid for
Gino's that
everything.
big. I think she was tightening it up because when he go in, he would just fall in. And she couldn't feel shit, not against the walls, nothing. He would just go in and it was just it.
Well, I don't know if it can fall in because it's gonna be like that. That fish old boy was pulling off that line because honey, it ain't getting up.
Mm-mm. But it may look like that fish because that fish was kind of limp because
That's how it's gonna be because he ain't
maybe
gonna be
she
able to do
wanted to
nothing with
tighten
it.
up so she can feel something. But then when she looked at Gina, she was like, "You're the best I ever had, baby." And we're gonna see in the next few episodes where she tells him that he ain't shit, and the best she's ever had was the guy that lives in a building.
In the bit, in the
That's
bit.
the ex girl. That's coming up soon.
I can't wait for that. I didn't even watch the what was next part.
She said, like throwing a hot dog in a hole. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. I'm telling
It
y'all.
ain't touching the walls. It ain't touching the
No,
wall.
no, he ain't touching nothing, y'all. He ain't touching
Poor
it.
Gino.
He
Let
gotta
me
be like a
stop.
slinky. It gotta be like silly putty or something. Like you could stretch it out and just pop back down. Like I just don't see in
I'm
the way
sorry,
because I'm like
Gino.
they have pumps, they have Viagra, they have Cialis, they have all this stuff. And he's not even saying I use none of that. I'm like, something's more than just,
No, but he took him the first time he went. He took his little blue pills with him. Remember? He
right,
had to
I
go to the
remember.
bathroom and take them.
Hmm. Hmm. But this
Yes.
time he's not talking it at all. That's what I'm saying. Like something's going on.
Breezy, you remember when uh
Crazy,
she
crazy.
went to lunch with remember the guy she went to lunch with, and she said that what is his name? David? Oh, wait a minute, get my book. I'm gonna tell you what his name is. Gino. His name Dan. His name is Dan. Dan, the guy she used to date.
Mm-hmm.
But she said he was too laid back. There was no excitement, but he was good guy. She wanted some excitement. He doesn't like to do anything. Whereas she can get Gino to do anything she wants him to do, what she did. This guy's not going to let you spend his money. But the guy that she was in a relationship with before, Gino, is the reason. Yes, the British guy is the
Mm-hmm.
reason why she wanted to live in that building, because he lives there.
But he
He
lives.
lives in that building. And then he asked her, would it be awkward for Gino if I run into him in the hall or in
Yes.
the building? Gino don't know shit about Dan living
Yes,
in
it would
that
be
building.
awkward. Who wouldn't that be awkward with? Who?
Yeah.
If I found out my mate was living in the building with their ex and they
And I'm
chose
not
to live
there all
there.
the time, and he's there. But this guy's not interested in Jasmine at all. I mean, I look, I don't think he's interested in Jasmine
I
at all.
don't. I don't. I don't. Not at all. Not at all. And like
So
I said, Jasmine gonna go back to Dan then, I guess. And maybe she get herself together for Dan. I don't know. But like I said about them in the beginning, they both are born. This is the best they've given on the 3 episodes, is what they gave us today. Because I was cracking up when he got in that bed with that gray hat on, girl. I
girl,
lost the piece.
he took the backpack in the bathroom. He could have went off camera and
He
changed
could
that
have
hat. But he was
easy.
scared they might catch him with the bald head like she
So he
did when
went
she
in that
knocked that
bathroom.
hat. Remember when
Yes.
she knocked that hat off his head? He goes
I'm
in the
like, you just
bathroom with
causing
the
too much
backpack.
attention to your head now, Gino. Like, we don't need to do
We
all
know you
this.
bald headed, but the bad part is he got patches of little hair that he don't even shave off.
That's
That's
why
the
he don't
bad
want to
part.
show it. Because a
Yeah,
bald head is plenty of bald head. It's bald headed men by choice.
but Gino's hair to
So,
be fucked up. So
hmm
then, when he went into the bedroom after they had the argument in the kitchen, why
hmm
was the cameraman already in the bedroom? Did you see the cameraman?
because they never had to, that he didn't follow him. He was there. Hmm. Why? Like he
He knew you on mute.
They did it again. He knew he was getting ready to come in that bedroom.
Yep.
They was coming.
Girl,
Because it's like they sent him, come to the bedroom, bring this
yep.
in here and change
I
your
don't
bed.
miss shit. It's a script. Gina's
It's
going
a
to storm
script.
out and go to the room. The door, I mean, he went in there too quick. He couldn't. I said, wait a minute. Why is the cameraman jumping and trying to hide? He was
Because
already
he was
there
already
waiting.
waiting. He was waiting for them to come in.
Yep, you see, love it so they can't. I told you I don't miss shit. I don't miss
And
nothing.
because sometimes with filming, like no matter how you're doing it, they're gonna come and try to do it from a different angle. So you might have been walking in a room and start to talk, but here's where it becomes like a reality show. They'll say something like, "Wait, come back in the room." Now they want to catch you from that angle coming in. That's not original.
I'm just like, okay, got you. I
Yeah,
was
their
like,
editing
okay,
sucks.
got it. But I'm just like, first of all, and here's my issue with this. Now he's been flying from Michigan to Columbia. Unlike Dorsey, he didn't go in the bathroom and take a whole bath. He go outside, he's been traveling. He jumps your nasty ass in that bed with those clothes on. Not go take a shower. Y'all know I got to think of a shower and go.
I take a shower after a 2-hour flight.
Yeah.
Like when we got to we were running. That's the only reason we didn't go. Because normally I hit town and go straight to take a shower. I get out of the airplane.
I land in Vegas, except for when we were there.
Right, because we were running from the time we left, right?
When I get to Vegas, my first thing, I'm in my room. I'm going to relax. I'm going to jump my ass in the shower. I'm going to change my clothes. I'm ready to go. First thing my sister does, she'll call. She goes, oh, okay, boo, just give me a minute. I'm going to jump in the shower, get myself together, and I'll be ready to go. But he jumps in that bed with the nasty ass clothes on. Yep, he wants a peeler. You need to take your ass in.
And then when she was like, do you want me to lay down with you? Here's the thing, even if you want to sleep, you just flew all the way to Columbia. You just got in my bed with those plain clothes
It's
on.
not her bed. It's not her bed.
Let's
bed. Get that straight. Right. It's some people's bed. It's a furnished apartment, but it's Gino's money. So you can't say shit. She can't say nothing. Anything that's in that apartment that she actually brought in there is with Gino's money. So it ain't hers at all.
Right. But when he jumped in that bed, my thing was, why didn't you just lay down with him? But he doesn't seem like he wants to have any intimacy with you. Like no hugging, no kissing, no nothing.
But I got a problem with you too, because you're pissed off because you got her talking you into paying $3,000. You know damn well that visa is not going to be approved in 30 days. In 30 days, because they ain't been approved yet. I doubt if you even put the fucking paperwork through.
And y'all been together a while.
Yeah. So you know full well. So what are you going to do when you decide that you're not going to pay for this? She's going to have to move. But just like I said, I don't see her moving. She just moved right on in there. So that must have been a furnished apartment. You got her talking to paying shit. Her sister's living there. Does her sister work? Who knows? If her son is in a special needs school, he's probably paying for that too. Yeah, because she ain't working because she lost her job because his ex sent the pictures. Girl, you know damn well it ain't true. First, she lost her job for the pandemic. And yes, he wants her to sign that prenup next episode. I can't wait.
And she go berserk.
Yep, I can't.
She go berserk. First of all, Gina, you're gonna have to give up that whatever before we do that, because I'm gonna need to know about this dysfunction you got.
Oh, what Gina? What Nino do?
Nothing. Sorry, hold on.
He scared the hell out of me.
They doing fireworks outside for Juneteenth.
Oh, so that's what I was. Right now. Girl, that's what they're doing here too.
But that means that he's about to go berserk from all the fireworks. So they're about to start it. It's about to start about. It's supposed to be going not too far. I'm gonna go out in the front when I get out of here and just watch.
Okay, Gino is 53 years old, so yeah. But okay, so that's it.
And that's young.
Yep, that's young.
He ain't old. There's a bunch of 53-year-old men ain't got all. And not to say,
a bunch of
yeah, because I was about to say, don't you know you can have that dysfunction at any age.
Hot as a rock. Okay. Solid as a rock. I'm gonna start singing Ashford and Simpson. Solid
because it's solid.
Anyway. We have dumbass Riley and Violet. Now, I'm gonna have to whisper because I don't want her. Alexa, because if I say it out loud, it's gonna come
She
on.
gonna answer. She gonna
So
answer.
uh she is telling him, so he's packing. I saw he put his little, see, he keeps his shoes in the box just like me. Got his little Jordans tucked in there. He
Mm-hmm.
brought, it's her birthday. He brought her some pearls. Then we
Mm-hmm.
find out, even after he talked to the private detective, he didn't hire him. He's still going over there. Alexa, oh, I hit my arm hard. Oh, yeah, his friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
wait a minute. Alexa.
Now she ignoring you.
Oh no, she came on. Uh, so his friend take him to the airport. She's going to be watching his dog Mila, and she told him, in order to have a relationship, you have to have a foundation of trust.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There is no trust there. If you have to hire, like we said last week, hire
Mm-hmm.
or think about hiring a private detective, you should have did that shit 2.5 years ago when you started talking to her, or a year ago.
Not when I'm heading out 2 days before
Yeah,
my flight.
yeah, not when you're heading out. And then the fact is, when you get to the airport, you're asking someone, is this where I check in? Bitch, have you not flown before? What kind of job do you have in transportation? And
That you
when
have
did
no
they,
idea.
yeah, and when did they saran wrap your luggage? Because
That must
I've
be to go to
traveled
Vietnam. I
overseas.
don't know.
Yeah, I've traveled overseas, and I've never had my luggage shrink wrapped before.
Mm-hmm.
When did they
Never.
do that?
Never. And I'm like, he needed help. I'd be taking my blind, but let me tell you something, 97%, 99% of every flight I've done is done by myself. I walked through them big old airport, everything
Mhm.
alone. And he was like, he needed help. I said, this child, him in that plastic. I said, what is that around his luggage? Like, I mean, why did they? Is
I'm
that
like,
like,
when did they shrink wrap this? Because
I've
he
never
walked in
seen
with the
that.
brown suitcase and the blue suitcase. Next
And
thing
then
I
the next
know,
thing you know, now I noticed
it's
that.
shrink,
I
it's
noticed, like,
saran
who
wrap.
wrapped
I'm
that?
like, wait a minute. When did
Now I was
they
like,
do
is that because he
that?
going to Vietnam? I didn't get that at all. Like, I had no idea why they
No,
did.
then what I didn't get was, now I was confused because normally when you're flying, even when I would fly, let's say I flew from Houston
Mhm.
to Atlanta, if I couldn't get a direct flight, I never touched my checked luggage again. He checked his luggage, that saran wrap thing. Then he
And then
went
he
to
had
the
it while he was
baggage claim and got it for his flight to go to. I'm
to
like,
be.
wait a minute, where does that happen at?
Once again, I was wondering because when he had the stuff, I was like, is he waiting for a bus? And then he was sitting there with the guy, and he's talking about they waiting for a flight. That the guy, and look, the guy was there meeting him a little
Yeah,
friend too.
Pasa. Yeah, he's going to Thailand. But I'm sitting there going, when do unless the rules have changed since the last time, which I flew 4 years ago, then I'm just trying to figure out, when do you have a connecting flight, or you changing airlines, unless he's not on the same airline. Maybe,
I don't know because when he got down there, they might not
maybe.
have had that airline.
Yeah, but
I
I
don't
always try to fly the same,
But
but
I
I always
did
try to
notice
get
he had his
direct
bags.
flights.
I'm like, he better get on the plane and he got his bags. Maybe he had a, but he didn't have a carry on because, like you said, when he got in the car, he had the big
Yeah.
bag and he had the
Yeah,
small
it
bag.
does. Okay, it does protect your luggage. I get that. I understand that. But when did they
But
do
when
it?
does the airport do it?
When does thank you. When does the airport do it? I've never ever known them to do my luggage.
Mhm. And I just feel like if I came in the airport with my bag saran wrap,
They're
that they
gonna
just cut it
undo
open
it.
because they're gonna want to know what's up in it.
Okay, so let me
What
tell
am
you,
I
I have,
hiding to go to Vietnam?
yeah, I have so I used to use other locks. Now I have a TSA lock. Even if they open my suitcase, they will put that other lock, because that key. Uh okay, you pay your, no, you pay. Okay, I gotta find that machine. Thank you. I'm gonna go look. I'm
Hmm.
gonna look in the airport when I go out this week. So they used to cut your lock sometime. Now they changed the rules. If you have a TSA lock, if they cut your lock to check your luggage for whatever reason, they put another lock on it, and that same key is
Will
going to
work for
work.
it.
Yep. So,
Mhm.
but I'm
But
gonna
you
have
just
to look
think,
in the airport to see, because
yeah, I didn't know that, so I didn't know why his bag was wrapped. I just instantly thought, is it because he going to Vietnam? Do they got some like
yeah.
special rules? Do
Only
you
thing I
gotta?
heard is this is where we check in at. Next thing I know, he's rolling with the saran wrap bag. I'm like,
Okay.
wait a minute. But at
But
least he
but I
did get a
see.
carry on. But I don't know why, because you're gonna sit in Atlanta. And then the flight that he took to go to Vietnam. Am I crazy? Was there only two people on that plane and all the other seats were empty?
Girl, when he was going into his seat and scooting over to his chair, I said, "It's three people on this whole flight." They don't. I'm sure it's not even a stewardess. Because I mean, I was like, "What? This is a 10-minute flight." It was
First of
three
all,
people. It was a dude behind him. There was one on the other side. So there's three
yeah.
people on this whole
First
flight.
of all, you're flying international.
Mhm.
You're not gonna have those seats that tight. Okay, that's a long ass
Because it's a
flight.
long flight.
I don't care if you fly economy, you're not gonna have those seats like that. And there were two seats. They weren't three. There were two seats. What airline is he flying?
Vietnam.
I'm
And I'm talking about he flying in the Vietnam plane during Vietnam because I was like, what is going on?
serious. I was like, wait a minute. What airline are we flying? And why are we flying international with just one, two seats? And you saw three. I saw two. I saw the guy. But it was like, wait
That
a
might have been
minute.
a stewardess shadow or something, but it was somebody on the other side of that plane.
When I
And I
did they
literally say
film
it's
this?
three people on this flight.
Look, did they film this doing C-19? That's what I
Man,
want
they
to
had
know.
to. Or nobody's going to Vietnam from where he flew from. Because
I'm just like, from
nobody.
Atlanta, of course they are.
Mm.
He's coming from Pennsylvania. Now, my question is, you came from Pennsylvania to Atlanta. Why didn't you fly out of New York?
Because you closer to New York.
Thank you. Why didn't you fly out of New York? Either Newark, JFK. You could have flew out of BWI. Why are you flying out of Georgia? Debbie is always right. Them cheap flights.
I was going to say, but Georgia has international flights.
Atlanta is a big ass international airport. Now
Like
it
I fly
depends.
out that airport. I hate going through that bus system, especially late at night and the bus is
Yep.
off. When you get there late, the train ain't running.
Yep.
You got to walk through that whole
Okay, now
airport.
here's
That
the
airport's
thing.
huge.
Laganza, if I can't get a direct flight,
Mm-hmm.
Houston Bush Airport, you got direct flights.
Yeah.
Right before, if you want to go to Dubai, you would have to fly on Thursday for a direct flight.
Mm.
You fly direct. Now we
And that's
went
out
to
of Bush.
Monaco. We went to it was a direct flight going, coming back. We went to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And then we came back in because we couldn't get a direct flights are only what used to be on just certain days. So when we went to Denmark, I went straight out of Houston when I went to Brande. Straight out of Houston.
I didn't even know it had dates. I just thought if it's international, they're catching flights daily.
No, international means that, the planes, now they do. They come in from all over. Like here, we have Spokane International Airport. I'm like, what? It looks like Norfolk Air. Anybody that lives in Norfolk, it reminds me of
Virginia,
Norfolk
I flew into that little bitty airport.
It's got a little bigger now.
I've been in Virginia. I flew right into that tiny airport. I like big airports. I like O'Hare.
Break, right?
Yeah, I like O'Hare, Georgia, LAX. I like big airports. Bush. I like Bush.
No, Bush is from where it was like 10 minutes from me where I lived in Houston. I was in Atascocita. So when we were leaving for spring break, they said, get to the airport 2 hours ahead of time because they're going to be booked. Girl, I get to the airport. I went through TSA in less than 2 minutes. That's no line. So Kayla said, what time are we leaving? I said, the flight's at 11:30 in the morning. I said, we'll leave here around 10:40.
I never had no problem with Bush, ever. I've never flew out that other one, Houston Lobby. What is it called? Hobby
is huge now.
I've never been. I've always come dead into Bush.
Southwest was based out of Hobby. And
okay.
All the other little off, but now Southwest flies out of Bush as well.
Okay, I was gonna say Southwest might be at Bush now because I think I took
yeah, they're at Bush now. But like you had Express and everything else, they were out of Hobby. Now Hobby is a huge airport, and the hub for Hobby was Southwest Airlines, but now Southwest flies out of both.
Okay. See, I
Yeah.
never been to Hobby, but I know that's one. But I like Bush because I know how to move through there. I've been through there, so I know it. But when I went to Dallas, I was at that little bitty airport, so I thought that's all Dallas had. That tiny
Which
airport.
little
Ugh.
bitty airport? Because we have Dallas Fort Worth. That is
Mm.
not a little airport.
No,
What?
the airport I went to was small.
Which
For an
one?
airport, I don't like. It wasn't as small as Norfolk. It wasn't that small, but it was small. It was
Oh, I don't know. The only one I ever fly out of is when I fly out of Dallas Fort Worth. Like when I go to Maryland, I can go into BWI. I can go into National, which was Reagan. That was well, it's Reagan. I still call it National. Or I'll fly into. I have three airports I can fly into. Depends on which BWI. Let's see. I can't even think of it. Um, but I can fly into three different air, and they're all huge. But
in Dallas.
Maryland,
Oh, Maryland. Okay.
because you have Maryland, DC, and Maryland has two airports, two big airports. Riley.
Okay, that's amazing.
Can
I
we
was thinking.
just
I
finish
don't
with
even
him
know
real quick,
Maryland's
please? I just
airport.
want to finish with him. Violet says that she's a strong woman. And why is she a strong woman? Because she gets away. Bitch, that doesn't make you a strong woman.
That
That makes you a
doesn't.
spoiled ass brat. A
Yeah, I was gonna
strong
say it
woman
doesn't
can
make us
stand on
strong.
her own 2 feet and take care of what she needs to. She said the
Mm-hmm.
reason why she got divorced is because her husband, she felt, wasn't contributing enough financially
Mm-hmm.
to help support their children. And she is an elementary school, primary school teacher, and
Mm-hmm.
she teaches math. Um, she's but well, wait a minute, 15. What did she say? Something about she was married for 15 years. She was
Mm-hmm.
married for 15 years. So my whole thing is you divorce your husband because he wasn't doing enough financially for your
Mm-hmm.
family. And now you with Riley, but he's got a cute dog and he's a cutie too.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's trouble.
That she definitely seemed like trouble when he was
Yep.
coming in and she was doing that little interview and talking and stuff. I said, "Oh, she might think she gonna run him." But I told y'all on episode 1, I think this man has a temper.
Yep,
Like
he
I think
does.
it's gonna come whether it's an insecurity. I just feel a temper is in
He
him. So
said he's insecure. They've got trouble. I'm trying to figure out
got all this
how
trouble
you in and why do y'all have all these issues and then you fly over
with
uh
these issues.
with these issues. I can't. But
I'm
we
not gonna
covered
drive 20
everybody.
minutes. Uh
Look,
huh.
we covered everybody.
Yes. Yes. Like I said, this episode, since they brought the new one on, the new couple on. And like I said, I feel like their story is going to be
But there's
interesting.
another new couple next week.
Next week, they're going to introduce the next new couple. Because that's the
Mhm.
last couple, right? That'll be the
And that
last of the
tells
couples.
me that Amanda is not going to be on this show too much longer.
Mm-hmm.
That tells me she's not going to be on the show too much longer.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Riley's. It's another one of them that I think they're not going to be on for the full season. I can't remember who did I say
What
it
is his
was.
name? The big guy.
I can't remember.
Because I know Carmelo. I'm sorry, Carmela. Because I wanted to be
Oh, him.
Carmelo's
Yes,
dude.
him.
Yeah.
Him.
Hmm. I think he's
Oh
not
yeah,
going to
I
be here for
forgot
the
about
season.
him. They showed him a little bit, and
Mm-hmm.
to me, and I'm gonna agree with you, Dana. I'm gonna agree with you, you and Debbie. There is nothing behind it. I think he already knew it was a catfish. When his
Mm-hmm.
sister did that Google for the pictures to see if
Mm-hmm.
she found anything, that made no fucking sense for not one image to come up. Because if
Mm-hmm.
they're on social media, they
Mm-hmm.
put those pictures up. She put them on Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
That is
So they
social
will
media.
pop up again.
But
Hmm.
but on Snapchat, messages disappear
Oh
within
yeah, on
8
Snapchat it
days.
disappears. Hmm.
Yes, it disappears.
Hmm.
But to me, and his sister with that baby hair with all of that red glue, and you can see that goddamn net girl. I can't with these women in these goddamn
I
net
can't.
clubs. I
I
can't
can't.
do it. So and she said she's surprised that he didn't Google it himself. She's telling him it was just another scammer on the internet cut your
Hmm.
losses, and then he's
And
going,
move around.
well, no, I figure it might be real because I haven't been blocked yet. No, you dumb bitch, because they're going to try to still see if they can get money out of you. Why the hell
I'm
would they block you when they see that you a simp?
I'm telling you, ever since Debbie did her thoughts of what that was, and that
Yeah,
he knew it was, I'm really believing
I
that.
believe in it
I'm
too.
really
I
because
told
it
you, Debbie
doesn't
makes
seem
me
like,
think.
yeah. Mhm. And then last week, I think you said it because I didn't notice that last week, that the sister said, I thought you weren't into women or something. I never heard her say that. I had to go back when we left. I said, I got to rewatch that when I watched the new episode. And so I watched the one before. And I said,
Yep,
wait a minute. She does say like you're asexual or something. I said, wait a
yep,
minute. He
yep,
knew. He knew.
yep.
He
He
knew.
knew.
But I didn't hear that last week. So when y'all said it, I thought, when did they say that? I didn't catch that at
He
all.
knew.
He
He
knew.
knew. But
He
he
knew.
wants everybody. Then he says what he fig. Now, how you again? How the fuck you flying over there when you ain't got no goddamn money? Hi, lovey dove. How you flying over
No,
there
you
with
ain't
no
got
money?
no money.
Everybody ain't got no goddamn money, but they show flying. Really, girl, I ain't got time.
I'm so
Anyway,
broke. I'm flying across country on my dime. On my dime. Not even on these people I'm
just
going
to
to
go
see
meet
dime.
somebody, even
Mhm.
after he's gonna Barbados, and you notice she's from. She doesn't say Barbados like everybody. It's Barbados. It's what it is, Barbados.
Mhm.
And I was like, say it again, Debbie. Barbados.
Well,
That's
I
her
knew it
home.
because I told you my sister's best friend all through high school, for like 25 years. She was from Barbados. That's where she came from. They came here in
Yep.
1993,
Yep.
and they
So
so they said it like that.
that
You know, they said
Bajan,
it
she's a Bajan.
different.
But and people, I be laughing because somebody said they were like, who was that told me that Debbie seems black? I said that's because she is.
Because she is. Because she is.
That's what
You see it
she
in her
is.
features. Because that's one thing I love about black and from all around the world.
All
They come
shades.
in every shade. And that's
Yep.
why even with old whack, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go with wacky one. I'm
Yep.
not. I'm not.
All shades. But
Mm-mm.
Danielle, I really, really enjoy. So you working tomorrow and
I
Wednesday?
can't. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
actually, tomorrow I switched it because that's who called me when I had to pause for a second. One of my coworkers, something happened. They had an emergency, so I'm gonna do the morning instead of the night. I'm gonna
Okay,
do it
so
in the morning.
I'm thinking about doing Match Me Abroad tomorrow, and my other show comes on tonight. You, Me, and My Ex. And
Okay.
if I can
I
knock those,
definitely watch You, Me, and My Ex tonight. But like I said, I'll be off at 6. You know, I work around the corner, so
yeah.
I'll be home by 6
So
o'clock.
if I can get those in, if I can watch those, I got bit by something. I got a little bump on my finger that's driving me nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if I can knock those out, if not, I can do them Thursday morning because I
Okay.
fly out at 11:30. So that would have to be that'll have to be my morning coffee
Mm-hmm.
at around 6. Knock
Okay.
them out.
We could do it tomorrow night or Thursday because Thursday I'm off. The only thing I do Thursday, I keep juice. I keep my
Yep.
grandbaby on Thursday, and I go to the
Okay.
grocery store. But I go to the grocery store at like 2.
Hi, Bella Marie.
Bella, Bella.
Good. I'm glad everything's okay, baby. Thank you for telling me because I was worried about you. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, so I am gonna do if I don't go live tomorrow, Wednesday, I would definitely go live Thursday morning before I get out of here.
And I'm
'Cause I
definitely gonna watch Me, You, and My Ex. The
gotta
other
watch
one,
it because this episode is supposed to be really good.
okay, okay.
So we're
Is
gonna
Deb
watch
Deb
that.
coming?
And then y'all remind me I need to check when's the next season. It's time for Love After Lockup to start again. And I
Yes, it
know
is.
when I'm on the plane, I will be watching. I'm gonna watch the first. Well, I watched half of the first season of OC.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to binge that so I can knock that out so I can be ready for that. But
Well, watching the reunion of Jersey got me wanting to go back and watch the season.
girl, me too.
I'm like, how is because I told you that was one of my like I said when it comes to
I
them
didn't know all
housewives,
of that was going on this season.
not a clue, not
But Louis, Louis and Teresa, they're going through a little thing. But so Louis did get his ex girlfriend did get that restraining order, that protective order.
Hmm.
Teresa owes the IRS little over 1 million, plus she owes state taxes. Uh, Louis' company is investigated. Well, his company is being investigated. Girl, this is going to be good.
Deja vu with him. That's what I'm trying to say. I was like, wait, I
Now,
gotta go back and watch the season.
I'm gonna ask people in here, who do you think should get fired? Because they're thinking about revamping that whole
Jersey.
Jersey. Who do y'all think needs to go?
To me,
Okay,
keep
sweetie,
Melissa.
take care, Bella.
See
Um,
you, Bella.
she said hi, Danny.
I said,
Um,
hey, Bella.
who do you think needs to go? I think Dolores should have been gone. She doesn't
I
bring
was gonna
nothing
say
to the
when you
show.
said her name, I was gonna say she shouldn't even be there. I didn't like her
She
from the
shouldn't
moment
even
she
be
came
there.
on.
I'm sick of Teresa, but then again, if they held up production for her to get out of prison,
Right.
and
Then
then the
why let
shit
her go? They
that's
ain't gonna
going
let
on with,
Teresa go.
yep,
No.
then the shit that's going on with her and Louis,
Mm-hmm.
that's
They
what
gonna
I
keep her
said
because
too,
that's good
Cree.
ratings.
They all need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Susan said to Teresa and Louis, yes. I think
Yeah.
they all need to go
I
and
know they not
revamp,
gonna, but they let go of
but they're
Nene, so
not.
they might.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
for
Teresa,
me, the only ones that really, like I said, because most of the characters I
Jennifer
like aren't
Aiden
on
needs to go. I think Jennifer needs
there.
to
Yeah.
go.
At this point, to
Um,
me, I just keep Melissa and Joey and then start over from everybody else. Because I like
I
Melissa
need
and Joey.
Marge though. I really need Marge. Marge is a messy little thing. I need Marge.
Messy.
And you know who else I want them to bring back? Danielle Stubb.
Who? Danielle.
Danielle
I
Stubb.
love Danielle. I ain't
I
gonna lie.
love
I
Danielle.
love people
She
didn't
is
like
a
Teresa
mess.
for that, but I
But you
loved
need to
her and
bring
Teresa.
Danielle back. If you get Melissa, Marge, Danielle, and
I
oh
would
no,
love to do
what's
the
it?
original season, the original cast.
Let me
Give me
ask
them.
you, was what's her face and her husband back this year? The one that they started the rumor on and said he was cheating on her? You know, the one with all the money with the eating disorder? I don't
What's
remember
her name?
seeing her
I don't remember seeing her in the
on that
reunion.
couch.
Unless she didn't come to the reunion. Because I don't remember her being there at all.
The one that was fat had the eating
I know just what you're
disorder.
talking about. As soon as you said eating
Yeah, I
stuff.
can't. Jackie, was Jackie there?
I don't remember Jackie being
I
there.
don't remember seeing Jackie.
I don't. Like I said, I just saw that Love and Hip Hop Atlanta started. And I said, shoot. They gonna pull me back in because of what's been going on with
Good.
Scrappy and them. So I'm like,
Yes.
they pull
Yeah.
me back
Ooh,
in.
and did you see that a judge told what's his name? The one that was married to Biggie's ex Faith, that's the one that was married to
Oh,
Faith.
Stevie J.
Told Stevie J that he better bring her Mercedes Sprinter back because he took it without permission and he only had so many days to get it to her. I cracked my thing again. What the hell?
Stevie J is such trash.
Okay, she was there. Why don't I remember seeing Jackie?
He was there.
Oh, but a friend of. Okay, I don't remember seeing Jackie.
Oh, okay, she was there as a friend. So she was a guest. She didn't stay out on the couch the whole time.
Yeah, so she wasn't there this whole. But I'm gonna have to go back and binge
Like I
this
said, I'm going
season.
back and watching the season so I can watch the reunion after watching the season. Like I really want to go back. That's
Yep,
how I
I'm gonna
felt
go
when I was
back and
watching it.
watch.
Like I need to go back.
I'm gonna go back and watch. So
Mhm.
anyway, I am so ready to do this. But thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
No
I
problemo.
am. Thank you for being here, Danielle. I appreciate it. I
I'm
really enjoy hearing your thoughts
enjoying
too.
this season.
Yeah, you're enjoying this season, huh?
It's been a while for me in 90 days. Like it's been a
Oh, wait a
while.
minute. I just went to 90 Day Fiance to see if they had an update on this.
Mhm.
Uh, look at Soldier Boy and his new love.
He is in La La Love. I told you, girl, I've been trying to watch his soap opera.
Oh my God. They said, dude, how's it he's getting all these women to swoon over him? I don't get it. And they say, which part of international singing sensation do you not understand? With laughing emojis. And they said the singing part is the one that gets to me.
The acting part is the one that gets to me. It's that part for me. Yeah.
Yeah,
And we
Jackie said,
definitely don't want him singing.
girl, he can't. I will die for you, baby girl.
To this day, Heidi, to this day, one of the funniest parts of that season was when he be in that restaurant, I mean in that club singing the baby girl Lisa and they showing the faces of
Oh my God.
And
And
she's
I'm
a
gonna have
beautiful white woman from America. What?
girl,
And everybody
uh
calls
I have to I'm gonna have to catch up on Heather. But I've been watching Heather got so much going on right now. I'm gonna have to just do another one on on Love After Lockup Crazy. Seriously.
I swear,
Heather is been
when it come to
she has
Heather,
been blowing up IG, girl. Heather is blowing up
all I
IG.
think when I see Heather is, I just hope like when she did it when I was in Georgia. I hope one day she's driving down one of these streets that I knew just what street she was driving down when she was saying the cops were chasing her. I
Mhm.
could tell you what street I could tell you when she was in Maywood, when she jumped on that E-way. Knew every place she was. I
I'm
just
gonna
want to
need
bump
you to go out there and find Heather in Chicago. I can tell you where she at right now
her.
because she's in front of this building. I'm gonna need you to go out there and videotape her right about now.
Where she at? She west or south?
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you where. I'm gonna tell you where she's at. I think she's in Oakland right now.
She in Oakland.
Oakland. I mean Oak Forest. Oak Forest. Oak
Oh, Oak
Forest.
Forest. So now I ain't going to
Yeah.
Oakland for that for now. I go to Oakland.
Because
I'm
I'm
going to
looking at the
Bay.
police thing, and it says she's harassing the police girl, her and Xavier.
Is she Oakland, Oak Forest? You know, we got a lot of Oaks out here.
Wait a minute, I'm looking if it says Oak Forest or Oak Lawn.
Okay.
Girl, she's harassing the fucking
Because Oak
police.
Forest, you know, you out in them deep suburbs. You deep in the
Where
hood.
is she's in Oak Forest?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking. Because the other day she was around that popcorn place. You know the one
by Garrett.
Yeah, the one that the line wraps around.
So she was she wasn't at the one downtown. She was at one of the ones in the city.
Yeah, she was at the one. No, she was downtown. That's where she was.
Oh, good. She was at the main one then, because that's the only one that wrapped around all the other ones. Because it's four downtown. It's four Garrett's downtown.
She wasn't too far from that coffee. What is it? Love got the coffee thing.
Yeah, she was at the big Garrett's. I know just where she was.
Yeah, that's where she was.
Not too
I was
far
like,
from
I know
Chicago
where she's
Theater.
at. Okay, she wasn't too far from what is film Spider-Man and all that shit and the Blues Brothers. Because I was looking, I'm like, I know where you at.
That's one thing about when I'm inside Chicago. One thing is that you know any of the landmarks, you know where somebody at.
Yeah, I'm coming to Chicago just to go visit Heather. When I come again, I'm coming to do but I'm coming to see Heather. I'm coming.
The next time I know where she
but
at.
I'm staying far downwind. I'm staying downwind. I'm staying way downwind. No, do I want to be upwind? I don't want to smell her. So is it down? Anyway, I gotta go.
Yeah, I know that she out here, man.
I gotta go. Oh my God. Thank you, Danny. This was a good episode. I really, really enjoyed it. And I just gotta go see I'm serious. She's harassing the police.
I gotta see what she out there doing because they gonna lock her up.
She's filming.
All them Oaks don't pay. Oak Forest, Oak Park, Oak Lawn, Oak Brook.
Hold on.
Oh, again, here, give me the narrative back.
Hold on.
These are my legal rights. If you as my husband are not going to protect my legal rights, who will?
Her and Xavier not married.
They go to Chicago. That's Chicago all day.
Violating the law, clearly.
But that other one went by and said Oak something.
Forest, yeah, but you know how some of them be right next to borderlines.
Okay.
But Oak Forest, I thought it's like.
So, officer, on camera, is there any reason why you would refuse to
Chicago ain't gonna play with it. One, they don't like to be recorded. Here, they will break your phone.
There are several. Right. There are hundreds of police reports. So, no, I am not. So there's a CC camera right there. And I'm not going to go to sleep anywhere other than CC camera. I'm on a public sidewalk. I know my rights. I've been homeless now for 5 months. I've never
been longer than 5 months, girl.
Sidewalk.
It has, because she was home until I was still in Georgia.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you have not. You are lying. You have not. I have
trying to see this building behind her. Behind that
you see this yet?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I'm trying to look at the building behind her.
You didn't deal with me.
Because it looked like she off Roosevelt right now.
How do you know you dealt with me?
You know I live off Roosevelt. Now, she further down, but she looked like she's down by Roosevelt.
And you know, I'm
not him.
from Love After Lockup.
What's your name, sir?
What he says to you about me is called
And it's
hearsay.
a lot of places
What
the
he
homeless
says
gonna
to
be
you
toward the way I think
about
she at.
me is hearsay.
She look like she over by
Again,
around like the
what
Village
he says,
Projects. What used to be the
I'm
Village
talking now.
Projects.
So here's the way a conversation works. What he says to you is called. Do you guys see this? Do you see this?
Man, I'm telling you, as much as going on in Chicago right now, they're about to go off.
I'm covered in.
They're gonna lose it.
Look,
Camera,
he's
no
getting ready
camera.
to get
Chicago
out.
don't care
Look.
about no shit like that.
Anyway, and is now preventing us from going to sleep. Do you not see this? This is harassment as fuck.
Ooh,
Lawsuit
where that
as
camera
fuck.
getting, girl?
Numerous lawsuits. So on camera again, I have been sexually
Are they getting out the
assaulted
car?
using the
he's getting
resources you
out.
people have provided.
CPD.
When
Oh,
going
he
to the,
attractive.
I'm not done talking.
Anyway,
Oh shit!
Areas that you've asked us to
CPD
go
is
to,
not
you
like
claim
they
to
not
have
they
provided
don't they got better things. Like he said, they came for something else, not even her.
I wrote about it here in a narrative. There are
Who wrote on that one
direct
piece of paper?
that prove everything I'm saying, yet you've refused to accept this
Yeah,
narrative.
Trevor
I'm telling
Gillespie
y'all.
from Love After Lockup.
I'm telling y'all, it really
With
looks like
Dylan.
she's West.
Is that correct? Hello?
Yeah, that building
Okay,
definitely
so
looks
now
like
you
she
guys have
West.
on camera a third
Girl,
time
she's
in one
harassing a
night,
cop.
law enforcement refusing with proof to
And they
investigate
ignoring us.
crimes
Look.
of sexual assault, robbery, bludgeoning, stabbing, being punched in the head.
Well, first of all, if the
assaulting
police
victim,
stop to get
unlawfully
every
thrown
homeless
into
Yeah, it's
a
on her
person,
page.
cop car, taken to an unlawful advocate Masonic who was already sued, and we won.
I'm telling
You
you,
didn't
what
win
she's,
shit.
Even after those lawsuits, we
I'm
have
telling
two
you right
members of
now what she's doing, and I'm saying this as a Chicago resident. Hey, I'm gonna say this to the background of somebody else. Hey, Trey,
over and over again, which
what
is
would
nothing
Chicago do to you if you sitting
nothing
up,
What's your
filming
name, sir?
them, saying they
Officer
dirt,
Lawrence.
all this?
Officer
They
Lawrence,
not
and
about to
officer
help her.
refuses to give his name.
They ain't about to help her. They gonna. They ain't about to help this
This is
CPD.
what the fuck we're
CPD don't
dealing
get
with
down
here.
like that. Hell no, they
2
don't
o'clock
get
in the
down.
morning.
And if they knew that she was
You're not,
recording, it was all over Instagram right now.
but you're not supposed to be on. There's a
You
sign
can't
he
film.
said that said no trespassing.
And Chicago police are very strong about the no filming them.
Public property.
Period. They will take your phone and break it. One day the police was harassing a man. Terry Lane kept saying, "Film him." I said, "Terry Lane, they gonna walk up, snatch my phone, throw that shit on the expressway."
Canal and
Canal?
No joke. I've had them take the phone. They not
She
gonna play
said
this.
she's on Canal in Tennessee.
Yeah. No. And it looked like she over there by the Village. They really not gonna play with her. They gonna take her one of them alleys in a minute. She look. I ain't even gonna say too much. They don't play like that.
They make sure
They'll
that
be on
they
my channel. I'm on their
to go
rest.
to areas that are not protected with CC cam. So there is no closed circuit camera surveillance in the
Right.
areas.
Chicago police don't even turn their camera on.
So that they can allow for
They got tape over their
sexual assault
camera.
to continue.
Chicago
He's
police will
talking
take
to
my badge
Xavier.
number and cover it
He's
up.
ignoring her.
CC cam right here, as you guys can see. So I feel
She telling them what they gonna
on
do.
the public sidewalk.
Yeah,
They
this is
won't let me
amazing.
put the tent in the
You
so
can't-
again.
Oh, wait, she about
All right.
10 cities. No, I know
Huh?
where that girl.
Yeah, she was on Canal in Tennessee or something.
Give me the narrative back.
She over on Canal in 10 City, where they got 10 City over on Canal.
Yep, she's on
Yeah,
Canal.
don't she know they had people going through there in a clown mask killing the homeless? That was
Yep,
like 2 years ago.
She's saying that they won't let her sleep on a public sidewalk. They've got their tent on a public sidewalk, and she wants the closed circuit cameras, the CCTV, so she can feel safe. So if anything happens to her, it's all on camera. But you've been bludgeoned, you've been stabbed, you've been armed, your
And none of
car's
that's on
been
camera.
stolen, and shit been done since. Heather has lost it. For the last week, she has been videotaping. Her nails are crusty, dirty. His
But I'm about
nails
to tell
look
you,
like he's
Heidi,
got shit
I'm gonna
underneath
take
it.
y'all. I'm gonna take the members. I'm gonna go over to where she just said she at on Canal. And first of all, we gonna go in the daytime early because it ain't no safe place. Them
Go
homeless people
videotape
get
it.
buck. They get buck over there.
They
Them
got
homeless
people
people will
that
kill
live
you
out
over there.
there that actually, whenever they see her, girl, they videotape her. And she's got Xavier pushing this cart that she done stole from Home Depot.
I'm gonna go over there where she at. Like I said, where she is at is not safe. Not safe for her. Not safe for me. It's not safe. Because them homeless people get.
I think she said Tennessee, not Hennessy. I said
No,
Hennessy, but
she just said Canal. I know just where she
yeah.
at. I don't need
Yep,
no
she's on
side street. 'Cause
Canal.
it's on Canal. First of all, it's gonna be homeless people all downtown and all through. But Canal has parts where you kind of under, so
Okay.
they safer out there. So you cut under the rain. So
Yeah,
like
but
when
she's
you
got this
driving down
big
Canal,
building. Did you see that big building across the street? Yep. And the cops just, and he's ignoring her. He's talking to Xavier, and he's telling Xavier, that they can't be on, the tent is on the public
and they
sidewalk.
can't be there.
It doesn't matter if it's taxpayer. You are not allowed to be there.
Mm-hmm. And all she has to do is move under some stuff because there's so
Yep.
many homeless people under there.
Yep.
Over
She
there.
says she
She's
feels
not under
better
there, over
with
there.
the CCTV, with the CC camera
It's a
right
lot
there.
of homeless people, and it's been for years.
Yeah. So,
And
but
like
she said
people
she's been
believe that
homeless.
when they were going through 187 and homeless over there a few years ago, people were believing that was the police. They
Yep.
believed it because they were saying it's a lot of them. And like I said, a lot of them are, they have mental health, but they use a lot of, so drug dealers will come through there and swerve them.
Nope.
And so, but they'll steal, they'll rob you,
Yeah, she
they'll
doesn't have a
touch
home.
you.
But she's saying she lost her home because of Dylan. Let's remember on the season of Love After Lockup, when Dylan got out of prison, she went to stay with her aunt, her elder aunt, because she had no place to be. She didn't have her kids then either. She got paranoid and said that her 80-something-year-old aunt was flirting with Dylan. She got pissed. Heather has had mental issues. She did not have her kids then. She said she's been homeless for 5 months. No, it's almost a year. Some guy actually took pity on her, got her an apartment. She decimated that apartment. They had to come in there and physically remove her out of that apartment. She wrote all on the walls, sprayed. She just fucked that place up. Then she was going into these model homes, or when they were renovating, and she was setting up residence and saying that somebody told her she can stay in there, and they had to physically remove her from that place. I've been watching this shit for.
That's why I was saying to you, she's been homeless literally, because even though she'd have a place, she was getting put out, she was doing it, she was staying in that car since I was in Georgia.
Yep, over a year.
But Heather, one thing I knew about Heather from the very first time I watched her, I watched where she was rolling up and through Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
I used to talk to her.
But Heather, I've always known she on drugs.
Yeah.
Since the beginning.
I'm serious. I used to talk to her, and and then she started saying, if you can just send me some money. No.
Because she's on drugs. And when she first came around, she was pill popping, like everybody was out here in this city. And she was definitely a partying pill, still thinking she was pretty. Because she could have been cute. She done ran herself down, but auntie, no. Like I said, the day I saw her in Georgia, she said she was being chased by the police. No police were chasing her. There was no sirens. Chicago don't get down like that. They would have sent in all the other suburbs. We have those things on the expressway. They would have put the barriers down when they saw you were coming close to the expressway to stop you from getting on, and she wouldn't have just drove through it. She jumped on that expressway at 9th Avenue. And I said, wait, she coming through Maywood. When she was going down the street, I said, wait, that's Roosevelt. She going through Maywood. She was coming from like Westchester. And I'm like, first of all, Westchester and my suburbs, they not about to play with chasing you down the street. She kept saying, police chasing me, and they trying to take me out because Dylan caused it. Girl, Dylan ain't calling about it. Dylan is not thinking about you. Just like when Dylan got caught and they were trying to clean that stuff up, and that story was all out here. Boy, I mean, come on, he was... Because it was on WGCI. They talked about it. They talked about it in the Sun Times because he's here. They here. They gonna talk about it. It's here.
He needs help. And then she said that she just visited with her kids. One of the lives she did last week. I'm like, what kids? Then she shows her. She goes, I spent the afternoon with my kids. Girl, these kids are little. These kids are now teenagers. But she's showing. I was like, okay. I said, maybe she misworded that. But she keeps saying that, she's visiting her kids. And I'm just done. She looked, about 2 weeks ago, she looked like she was pregnant again. I said, oh my God, please don't be pregnant again. I actually think she did something to lose those babies. I really do. Thank you. That's her Coco
Mhm.
Chanel. And then she
Mhm.
has the GoPro one too. She has like 3 different IG accounts.
Mhm.
GoPro something, Coco
Mhm.
Chanel, and then she still has Heather Gillespie up as well. But I
I
think she
think that
put
was the
that one in
only one
private.
I
But
think I would
but
have
I'm
went
still on
to.
that one. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you, guys. We got sidetracked. We don't went from
Look, we done went to Heather.
food and
And look,
navigate
the
to
worst part is
Heather.
now I'm like all in my I want to go down to where Heather's at. Like straight up. But see, like I said, I know you meet somebody like her once again. Out here it's the same old thing. You're gonna try to be slick, try to act like you give somebody
Don't
some
you try to
tea or
help her.
something.
Don't you try to give her a place because I don't trust this
Man,
woman.
on my mama, I'm from the city. She would never get up in my place. Nobody, please, please. I know what they do. That I mean,
Anybody that's ever tried to help her, she has just destroyed their stuff.
yeah,
Destroyed it.
I would never
Now,
take
this
Heather to.
guy she's with, Xavier, his dad has money. He can't go there because he's on drugs. His dad tried to help him. And Xavier's out there, and he's not a bad looking guy. Xavier's sister came on IG one day talking. His father wants he doesn't want Xavier with Heather.
You blame them? You blame them? Let me tell you something. This city is infested right now. It's so many. I mean, between the Prets out and the Perks. I mean, it's just it's bad out here. It's bad. And like Heather run like she's 18 years old. We're getting, but now Heather's not on that. Heather's on them real street narcotics. Like you know what I mean? Like she's
I'm
on that.
scared for her,
Mhm.
with everything that they're putting in the street now. But I think she's built
But
up such
even
a
before
tolerance. But
Heather
no,
got
she just got her prescription refilled too. She takes a lot
She
of
takes some,
prescriptions.
yeah, she takes prescription drugs. But what I'm saying is, if you watch her from the beginning to now, you can tell that she's like on a whirlwind down. Like
Yeah,
she's
she just
spiraling
went
out
down.
like
She
bad. Yeah,
went
she's
down here. But that day that she said she was hit with a tie rod, she did something to someone, but she did. She got hit. She was bleeding. She had to get stitches and everything. That's when she was in Georgia. No, she was in Georgia. I think she was in Georgia because she
well, she
wasn't in
knows she from
Chicago.
Chicago. She
Was it Florida? Remember, she went down, but she was escorting too. She had
hmm
an escorting website. We found Heather
hmm
just went downhill, and you can't blame everything on Dylan. They're dealing
First
with
of all,
women.
Dylan was your dealer. Let's just be honest. And
He
he
was.
wasn't dealing her green. He originally was your dealer. He said that
Yes.
from the gate. That's why when she thought it's gonna be La La Love, I'm like, it's not gonna be that. It's not.
Yes. So my nail tech tomorrow. Yep. She just told me tomorrow at 6. I was like, I knew it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I just couldn't remember what.
Okay, tomorrow at 6 p.m. You
Yeah.
let
I
me
just
know.
sent her a question. I said, what time am I supposed to be getting my nails done?
Okay. Yeah, let
So
me know
it's
about
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Because like I
Okay.
said, I get off at 6. So even if you did it, we could do it around the same time we did it tonight, 7:38.
Okay, yeah, because I'm there and she knows now when I get there, I'm there at 5 minutes to 6.
Okay.
I'm one day, girl, I actually got up and left. It was like I've been there for 15, 20 minutes. And
Well, okay.
I said, I had an appointment at this time. I said, I have other things to do. And she goes,
Mm-hmm.
Heidi, come back. I'm sorry. Girl, when I get in there, I sit in that chair. I, no, my time
Mm-hmm.
is valuable, just like
My
yours.
time is valuable. And if I got an appointment, I need to be appointed.
Yep.
Good
I did that
times.
to my doctor's office before. I'm sitting there
Mhm.
waiting, and I'm sitting there going, I'm like, oh no, got up and left. So then she goes, I'm so sorry, we'll reschedule you. And then I got there, she goes, I'd already paid my copay. So I got there a couple of days later for my new appointment, and she's trying to charge me. I said, you done lost your damn mind.
You
I
better
said, I
take that
already
copay
paid
from
my
another
copay.
day.
I didn't even see a doctor. I said, so she was like, oh, Miss, I'm so sorry. I said, no, you're not. You thought I was going to pay again. And I was
And they would
sitting
have took
right
it.
there.
They would have took it again.
Nope, not
Nope,
me. I
not
don't give a
me.
shit who you are. My time is just as valuable as yours. That's
Yes,
why
it
when I go
is.
live, I don't like to make people wait. And I don't. If I'm sitting here looking at if I'm talking to you on the phone, you're like, I say, yep, I got 5 minutes. I'm
Yep.
sitting right here.
Yep. And you know I be on that CP. So I be
Right
like,
now.
I got 30 seconds, 29, 28. And then
Yep.
she'll be talking. Girl, Heidi, I got to go. I got 25,
Yep.
24.
Yep. I don't like to leave people waiting because now if I'm having technical difficulties, I'm a type.
Right.
coming technical difficulty, like when you were having issues coming on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I like to start on time. I
Mm-hmm.
really
And
do.
I was back here on time.
Yep, she
I
was
did
back
some old
here.
school stuff. I forgot to
She had
close
an
down.
echo. She had all kinds of stuff going on, but we got it fixed though. No, but then you have to drop again and come back up. But
And
thank
wait, this
you.
is the funny part. Terry
Yeah.
Lynn called me at like 12 minutes before. She said, "Y'all are reviewing that show, That Guy's Ears." I'm gonna
What,
listen, but they make me mad.
what guy's ears?
She was talking about the new guy in front of when he was
Oh, see,
and then look, I literally said, kid you not. I said, wait a minute, I'm not getting ready to go on my live. I'm going on Heidi's. I gotta get up out of here. It is 6 minutes to time. And I swear to God, I said Terry Lynn was finishing the story. I said, Terry Lynn, Heidi gonna text. And then he was like, time to go. I was like, look, it's 5 minutes. She got this.
I
It's
did,
okay.
and look, and then I sent you a message. It's showtime.
It's showtime.
Yep. As soon as I said, she went bloop.
And then I had the nerve for the Instagram to be talking about something. Do it this way. I said, Heidi ain't trying to hear that. I was like, Heidi, drop that.
I just want to be on time. That's
And
all.
I love it because it's gonna make me be on time
It was
with you.
funny. You said, drop it in the chat. I'm coming up through the chat. I'm like, no problem.
She said, "You got. I'm here. I'm here."
Yeah, look, I'm serious. If my meeting says it's starting at 9 and I'll go, look, on Teams, I started like, oh, and it said, oh, but we're missing a few people. I said, my thing said 9. And I start my meeting at 9. If you're not there at 9, and I record a lot of them, so so they can go back and play in case they have action items. No, 9 o'clock is when my meeting starts. Don't let me go to somebody's meeting and we're waiting, and the person that set the meeting is not even there. I will up and leave. I will either leave the meeting or get up and walk out the conference room. I'll give you 5 minutes and then I got to go because my day is just as busy as yours.
Right.
So anyway, I love you guys. Thank you.
Love
You. We will see you either tomorrow or Thursday morning. But we
we'll be
love
here.
you. Bye. Good
And
night.
Kimmy Love, I've subscribed to your channel.
Bye, sweeties.